So, what do I say? Well, I got a lot of things to say, actually. Multiple things to say. But before that, I want to change the direction of this. Boom, 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 boom. Should we just get in game? Yeah, let's just get in game and I'll just talk. So, am I leaking anything? No. Okay. So, why are we back at the start? So let me explain why am I back at the start first. Well, because I let my brother and relative play these games. Let them play this game and we fell back to the start basically, and we weren't very high anyways, so I can just get back there, so it doesn't matter. Okay, second thing I want to talk about, well, I want to talk about Coruzan, the streamer we're competing with, right? Let me tell you how much of a slacker this guy is. Well, yesterday he didn't stream, right? And I'm going to check right now. I'm going to check right now whether he's streaming or did he just give up. Did he just give up or did he stream? Yep, he gave up. He didn't stream for 2 days in a row. And I want to talk about why am I starting stream so late, right? Because normally I start a bit earlier, like 2 hours earlier. Well, I'm not like Coruscant, right? We are not the same. Wait, my Jester hat. Which direction is it? Is it this direction? No, it can't be right. It's the other one. No, left. Wait, I don't know. Jester hat. What did I say? Because we are not like Coruscant, right? I'm not gonna like just stop streaming. No. Before this, I was working on my clips because yesterday I was too sick, right? I was too sick to work on my clips, right? So I just rested after I streamed. And the stream was cut short. Yeah, so I worked on my clips today for yesterday clips. So that's why I was a bit late, right? And I got other stuff to do too. But that I can't tell you guys. It's not related to content creation. So not related, you guys don't need to know. And I can't even tell you guys anyways. Yeah, so I was working on that, right? And it was late, right? It's late now, it's like around 12:43 now. And normally I start streaming at 10 or 11, right? But I'm not Coruscant, I'm not a slacker. So we're still gonna stream, right? Who cares? Who cares we're late? Probably it will be too late for me to make clips today, right? So I'll do my clip tomorrow, right? I'll do my clip tomorrow, and tomorrow I have way more time, right? I have way more time to do clips because yeah, I just have more time. Because I'm like I'm recovered, right? I'm recovered, but I still won't exercise just because it's smart. And that's why I wanna say today I'm feeling way better than yesterday. Yesterday I feel like horrible. Today I feel better, not fully recovered. Like 80%. 80%, yeah, 80% of the way there. My mouse died. Yeah, so hopefully today we can stream longer, but I won't push myself, right? If I feel like I really can't, right, I'll just end the stream. It's okay. It's okay to rest when you're sick. But hopefully today we can stream a bit longer than last stream. What else do I say? I wanna say a lot of things. But I can't remember. Yeah, I just finished my clips, right? So I made 5 clips from yesterday's stream. I was working on it quite long, actually, quite long. I don't even think you guys know how long. Quite long, to be honest, working on that clips. I mean, why did it take me so long? I don't know. But it did, so. Oh, I didn't say. No. The secret is out. I am a content creator to my extended family, so my relative knows about it. The cat is out of the bag. The cat is out of the bag. I repeat, the bag is out of the cat. The cat can't contain the bag. So yeah, so it's kind of weird. To be honest, it's the same thing as like when random people comment, right? They can comment anything, right? I wouldn't care. But if like I know you in person, right? You comment something, ooh, you need to stop commenting on my stuff. Stop commenting on my stuff. And I'm pretty sure one of them, or maybe a few of them, subscribed to me, right? So, imagine you're watching me now. Okay, anyways, let's just assume that they don't watch my stuff. Hopefully they don't watch my stuff. No, it's just weird. It's weird. You shouldn't do it. I mean, I don't mind if you watch my YouTube videos, but if you watch me live, oh, that's weird. That is weird. Why are you watching me live? Okay, other than that, what else do I want to talk about? This concept, which I was thinking about today, right? So let's assume. Okay, how do I explain this well? Strangers, let's say strangers, right? You treat strangers, you won't treat strangers well or anything, right? You just treat them like strangers, right? Like, who cares? Who cares what happened to them, right? They are a stranger. Then, if you become friends with someone, right? You'll be like very nice to them, right? You'll be very nice to them. And then, boom, 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 boom. And then if you become very close friends, right? Become very close friends, right? It like just reverts back to the strangers, right? Because you can just make fun of them. But they know that deep down you're friends, right? So, but not close friends cannot make fun of each other, right? But if you're super close, you can make fun of each other and it'll be alright, right? It'll be alright. You can be truthful with each other and whatever, right? You can even criticize each other, right? You say, oh, you're so fat today, right? But they know they don't come from a place of malice, right? That's a too big word. Too big word for Twitch. They don't come from a place of... Okay, I can't even think of another word. Malice. So they come from a place of like helping you because you are close friends, right? But if you are like, okay, if it's fake friends, then it does come... Okay, let's just not talk about fake friends, okay? We're just talking about real friends. So my concept that I want to talk to you guys about today is something like that, right? Something like that. If you are very close with someone, basically you can't do any wrong, right? That's not the best way of saying it, but you can be authentic with yourself, right? Or with them. You can be authentic with them. Doesn't matter if you say something really unpopular, right? Not unpopular, but not conventional. Something like that. I can't really explain it. You can just say what you want to say, right? You can say what you want to say, and it's better. You can like, okay. Oh, this concept is hard to tell you guys about. Okay, let's just assume not so close friend, right? A not so close friend. Like, let's say you are talking about a not so close friend. You know, talking about a not so close friend. You cannot really say the true stuff that you want to say, right? Like, let's say he's kind of mean, right? He's kind of mean. He's boring like me. He's mean and boring. Okay, basically he's mean and boring, but you cannot say that because you're not close with them, right? So when you tell people about him, right, you cannot say that. You just say maybe he likes football, right? Because World Cup now. So you just say he's a football fan, right? But you cannot say the other stuff, right? But if you're super close with him, right, you're like, oh, my boring mean friend. Oh yeah, that guy's a football enjoyer, but actually he don't know anything about football. You can say that, and actually what I want to say is actually more authentic, right? It's more authentic, right? And it's actually better. It's actually better, but it's better in a weird way. In a weird way, it's better that somebody can say stuff like those, right? What's my point? My point is, if you wanna talk about somebody, you can go about talking about them like not so close friend, right? You can say everything good about them, right? But if you are super close, you got this superpower of being immune to anything, right? You're immune to everything because deep down you know that you're close with them. You're close with them, you can say anything about them and you won't be wrong. You can say anything, and even if you say something bad. Let's not talk about something bad. But let's say you say something truthful, right? It actually becomes more authentic that way. In a roundabout way, being authentic and saying what you want to say, it just becomes better. Instead of just saying good stuff, right? You don't say good stuff about them, but it becomes better. That's my point. I don't know if I get it through to you guys very well. Right? But that's my point. I didn't explain it the best, but hopefully you get the gist of what I'm saying, right? Wait, my stream is... Wait, is Corazon live? No, he's not. I was like checking, right, whether he's live, right? Then the video played, right? His old stream video. I thought he became live. Then I'm like, oh, I judged this guy wrong all of the sudden. Yeah, let me just check my stream whether it's live or what's up with my... Is my stream down? Wait, what? How can I open my own stream? Okay, we're back. I don't think we were down in the first place. I was just tripping. Yeah. Should I explain my point more? It's basically like, you know, if someone is brutally honest, right? Someone is brutally honest and they say something, good or bad, right? It holds more weight than someone that doesn't dare to step on glass, right? Doesn't dare to hurt people's feelings by their words, right? But you can only be brutally honest to people that you know you're comfortable with, right? You're close with. You know, some people can't handle it, right? Some people just can't handle it, and you shouldn't just be brutally honest with everyone, right? Like, yeah, because they did ask for those kind of stuff, right? But yeah. So yeah, if you're brutally honest with people you're close with, which you can be, right? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen if you're brutally honest? Nothing's gonna happen. And you'd rather have your friend be brutally honest with you, right? Than to just not tell you. Like if you got food in your teeth, would you rather your friend just be nice about it and just ignore it? Or would you rather your friend just tell you got food in your teeth? Boom. Boom. Solved. Problem solved. Yeah, so basically what I'm saying is like if you're close with someone, you got this hidden superpower that nobody can touch you. You can say whatever you want to say about them, good or bad. And it's better. Is in a roundabout way it's better. Okay, that's my point. We're gonna move on to something else. Boom, jesters. Okay, so normally we have a food break around 2 hours in, right? But I have food here. I took it out of the fridge. It's 2 curry puffs and whatever this is. Okay, so let me tell you. I have very low spice tolerance, basically. And spicy food hurts my stomach a lot. It hurts a lot. It's not good. So, curry puffs, right? If you don't know, it's a Singaporean food. Some curry, potatoes and meat inside this bread thing. Like crispy bread outer. But inside is curry. Some curry puff I can eat with no problem, but some curry puff gives me the worst stomachache. So, am I gonna risk it? Am I gonna risk my stomachache just to eat this curry puff to just become crazy? Well, yes, I'm gonna risk it, and let me tell you why. Well, normally I wouldn't, right? But I was like, so aunt of mine asked me, do I want this curry puff? Then I'm like, I didn't think about it. I just said, okay, if I can take it away, I bring it home, I'll eat it, right? Then I just realized she wrapped it up for me and she gave me 2. Because I said 1 or 2. She gave me 2. And I brought it home. So I have to eat it. Because I asked for it, right? But I didn't really realize that, oh, it's spicy. Because sometimes it is, right? It's not like a spicy food, right? You don't think of it as a spicy food. You think of like, what is a spicy food that I can't eat? That I avoid like the plague. I don't know. I don't know. Chili. Anything with chili, right? Okay, I'm like, okay, I know I'm not gonna eat it. But curry puffs, like, it's curry puffs. I know there's curry in the word, right? Because I'm kind of dumb, right? I didn't realize it. I just thought I can. I didn't even think that whether I can eat it or not. I just thought whether I want to eat it. So, if you don't know, people with low spice tolerance doesn't mean they hate spicy food, right? Because some spicy food are nice. Like this curry puff, which I'm gonna eat. It's nice. Just we can't eat it. Because it's too spicy and it hurts our stomach. Okay. Like people with lactose intolerance. Do we hate milk? No. Actually, I like milk. I like to drink milk. I like to. What else contains lactose? Let me think. Cereal with milk, but that's milk. I don't know. Like lactose stuff, right? I like to eat it, but I just can't. Right? I just can't. Yeah. So that's a misconception. If anybody has that people are allergic to stuff, doesn't mean they don't like the stuff. Right? You can be allergic to peanut butter, right? But you just want to eat it, right? But you just can't. So I want to say, Corazon, this guy. Let me talk about this guy's work ethic. Well, he doesn't have any work ethic, right? Because we established he's a slacker. He's a slacker and he didn't stream for 2 days. And why did I say he's a slacker? Well, because he is a slacker. Second reason is because I was sick, correct? I was sick and I still streamed. I was sick, I still streamed. I was clipping videos until midnight, past midnight, and I still streamed. So what excuse does he have, right? No excuse, to be honest. Because he don't even make YouTube videos. He don't make clips. He does stream. He streamed less hours than me. Around half the hours, and he still didn't do it. So yeah, we're gonna surpass this guy soon. What else do I want to say? Orange. Yeah. That's what I want to say. Basically, I got all the gist of what I want to say already. Well, I thought it was a lot, but I only talked for 15 minutes. Wait, why is my... Something is going on. Like, I don't know why my stream... You don't know, I use my phone to watch my chat, right? So, I don't know why today is pausing. But it doesn't matter. Because nobody's chatting anyways. I'm streaming to 0 people, 0 viewers. Oh! When we take a break later, let's check how many views or stuff we got on our new shorts, which I was working on just now before I started this stream. Other than that, what else did I talk about? Talk about why we are still back here. Well, because I fell. I fell from the globe, right? And I thought you couldn't fall more from the globe, because you already fell, right? How can you fall more when you fell already? But I guess no, I mean I thought you can. It's safe. It's safe, right? Because why is it safe? Because there's like so much land, right? That I thought you'll never fall off, but apparently the globe makes you keep going left to climb the globes. And then after that you fell. And then you fell back down. Past this. Why am I panicking? Panicking leads me nowhere in life. Am I gonna beat this game? Oh yeah, I want to say Corazon is a cheater because he said he beat it in 3 hours. So, like, do you really beat it in 3 hours? Like, okay, so basically, there's 2 options, right? He actually beat it in 3 hours and he's telling the truth, or he didn't beat it in 3 hours and telling a lie, right? So there's 2 options. But what's the probability that he beat it in 3 hours, right? Let's say 0.1%. 0.1% chance that he beat it in 3 hours or less. Right, so he's telling the truth. Well, what's the other percent chance? 99.9% chance he didn't beat it in 3 hours, which makes him a liar. So I'm just gonna go with the 99.9% chance and call him a liar. Because tell me how you beat it in 3 hours. Okay, well, he said he can beat it in 5 minutes now, right? Because he's a speedrunner now, right? So does it lend more credibility to what he said, right? Well, let's just talk about Corazon and who is he? Well, he's an Indian streamer that streams Rocket League. And he says, my clips are boring. My clips and videos are boring. Basically, that's the gist of it, right? Maybe he said it in a nicer way, right? But the gist of it, he said, my clips and videos are boring. So, but he didn't even make clips and videos, right? And his live stream is even more worse than mine. Because all he does, right? Let me tell you what he does. He doesn't talk in the mic very much. He talk a bit, right? And he thinks playing background music is like so good that I should do it because it's more entertaining. Okay, just because you put background music on doesn't make your live stream entertaining. If not, people will just watch the lo-fi girl playing lo-fi. Alright. For hours on end. No. Oh, he's wrong about that. So basically I'm calling her a liar. He didn't beat it in 3 hours. You know why? I would believe it if we beat it in 5 streams, right? So 15 hours it takes us to beat this game. Right, I'll believe it. Because we are on stream 10 and we stream 3 hours every day. And we're still not beating this game. So yes, I'm calling her a liar. And what's he gonna do about it? Then prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, bro. He said okay, I competed with him, right? So he didn't say this. I said that I'm gonna outwork him and stuff, right? And then he's like, bet, alright, bet. Alright, bet. And what did he do? What did he do? He didn't stream for 2 consecutive days back to back when he already is doing less work than I'm doing. So I'm streaming more hours than him. I'm making YouTube videos, editing clips. Yeah, basically. So, is that the type of person that will lie to me? Yes, basically. If he's the type of person that is like so dead set on everything he do, right? Like me, I even say I'm gonna beat this game, but I'm going to go until I beat this game, right? He would be streaming now, right? He'll be streaming, he'll be doing everything to grow. But he's not doing that, right? He's not doing that. He's just doing the bare minimum, which I expected, to be honest. I expected him to be a slacker. Because, I'll talk about it later. I'll talk about why I think he's a slacker. So, what do I want to say? Yeah, so I expected him to already not do whatever he says. And I expected him to not keep to his word to beat this game in 3 hours. That's why I think he's a liar. So let me tell you why I think he's a slacker. Well, to be honest, I have a skewed perception of slacking and working. Because I have a psychotic work ethic. And if you're watching me, right, you are my viewer, right? So you have a psychotic, insane level of work ethic also. So you watch everything of mine. You're parasocial with me, right? We are on the same team. We are the Jester streamer and Jester viewers team, right? So it's not that he really has a bad work ethic, right? He just has a normal work ethic. And to me, because I'm crazy, if you're normal, right, you're slacking. Yeah. So yeah, basically something like that. That's why I knew I was gonna outwork him and become more successful than him, right? Because the chances that he is as crazy as me, right, is basically zero. Basically zero. Basically 1 in a million, right? Which, like, if you're really that psychotic and work as hard as me, I've never met a person in my life that actually did it, right? Maybe I've seen people do it, like, online, right? Like, all the people that are successful, like, all the athletes or Mr. Beast, Actual Speed, all of them, right? They have it too. But I've never met a person in real life that has it. So, that's why I think. I think they don't. That's why I think he's a slacker, and I'm proven right. To be honest, I'm proven right. Well, he's okay. To me, he's a slacker, right? To me, he's a slacker because he missed 2 days, right? He missed 2 days, so he's a slacker. But is he really a slacker? Like, do you work every day? No, you don't. You do not work every day, right? You take weekends off. You get sick. You don't work. SpaceX stocks is going up to the moon. I knew it. I said it. I knew it. SpaceX stocks will rebound. Yeah, you take weekends off, you take holidays off, like leave, you take off. Yeah, other than that, no, I mean, sickness, I said that already. Or maybe injuries, you take it off, right? You don't really work every day, right? And Mr. Beast said something last time, right? He said, if you work every holiday, no matter what, because the hardest working people will slack off on Christmas Day, right? At least they will slack off. And if you, and other, like 10 other holidays, you work on that days, you get ahead. You get ahead the 10 more days, right? And that's why he purposely, on Christmas Day, he worked extra hard. Right? But he knows now that it doesn't really matter, right? Just take a day off, right? It doesn't really matter. Because it's basically like athletes, right? If you push yourself every day, you push yourself on days that you need to rest. And you actually result in worse output, right? Worse output because you need the rest day. But basically, I wanna explain it in a way. Okay, two people. One overworks, right? One overworks and cut back down to the perfect amount, and one underworks and work the other 2 days to get back to the perfect amount, right? You rather be the overworker. You rather have the mentality of Mr. Beast, right? You rather be overwork, like think you're slacking off every day when you are not, rather than you are the underworker that just puts in more effort, that thinks is enough but you still push yourself because you push yourself, right? So you think you can do the same work, right? But the overworker thinks he's doing not enough, but the underworker thinks he's doing too much, right? So you rather overwork yourself. Well, not really. Okay, let me preface this by saying this is only if you're crazy about success, right? You want to be the best, you want to beat everybody else, right? It's not a very healthy mentality to have to be happy. If you want to be happy, no, don't do it. Don't do it. You want to be normal, don't do it. It's just like a crazy mentality to have. Yeah, just if you want to be successful, yes. Other than that, do not do this. Do not do this because it's not healthy. It's not healthy. Oh, which reminds me. In junior college, wow. You didn't think I went to junior college, right? Because I'm so dumb and wearing a jester hat. Well, newsflash, I went to junior college. Well, I dropped out of junior college. Well, but I went to it for 1.5 years, right? 1.5 years of junior college before I dropped out. And my form teacher, which means my main teacher, if you don't know what form teacher means, my main teacher, she said something which reminded me of what I just said. She said, you need balance in life. You need balance in life. So when I heard it, when I heard that, right, I'm like, no, you don't. You don't need balance in life. Because all the successful people went all in on one thing, right? You can't be super successful and have like everything else, right? You can't. You have to make sacrifices to be the best. So, well, she was a chemistry teacher. Did I leak her name? No. But your name, Miss, it starts with a H. So if you're watching this and you're a chemistry teacher and you remember me, I'm the guy that which is named Glenn, which dropped out of school in J2, if you remember. And what else did I do? I was swimming in the CCA. I mean, if you can't remember me with that, hopefully then you shouldn't remember me at all, right? So yeah, the guy that dropped out of school, basically, the only guy in your class that dropped out of school. So yes, the moment she said that, right, you need balance in life, I totally disagreed already. I disagree with it, but it's just in the back of my mind. Okay, maybe she's right. Maybe she's right. Maybe she's wrong. 100% wrong because I don't believe she's correct, right? So I just kept that in the back of my mind, right? Kept it in the back of my mind just to realize now that she's wrong. She's wrong. Yes, you need balance in life. Unless you want to be super successful, then you can't have balance, right? You can't have balance. You can't have balance. I know, I understand balance. Yeah. If everybody wants balance in life, everybody will work a 9 to 5. Okay. I said it. Everybody will work a 9 to 5 and everybody will be mediocre their whole life, okay? But no. Not everybody's like that. So you're wrong. You're wrong, and that's why I gotta say, you're wrong about it. Let me talk about chemistry. Well, she was my chemistry teacher, right? Chemistry teacher, and I'm not very good at chemistry, to be honest. I'm okay. No, I'm not okay. I just force myself to be okay, but I'm not okay. Right? And if you don't understand my insane work ethic, right? So let me tell you what I did in junior college. So there was this test, right? So in junior college, in my specific one, your overall results, right, comes from tests. Like your grade, your yearly grade comes from tests, which was weighted like 5%, a few percent, right? Like 5% or 10%. Then the major exams way higher, like higher weightage, like 30 to 40%. And there's like 2 major exams and a few tests per year, right? For your grade, right? Your grade. In J1, right? In J2 is just A levels, you do that and whatever. So in J1, right? What I did, which I didn't used to do before, right? For a test, right? Because you're kind of overworking yourself in junior college, right? And I hate school. I hate school because I realize it's fake. But let's not talk about how it's fake, right? I'm just talking about how did I manage to do my test. Well, if you are in if you are normal, if you're, let's say you're normal, right? You study for the test for like 2 weeks, right? And then the last week you go to sleep and you wake up and you do some revision and then you do the test, right? Me, I don't do that. Okay, I don't do that. What I do, right? What I do, right? Is, and I don't know whether I recommend you guys do it or not, but I'm just telling you. I stay up the whole night, right? The whole night. I don't even take a single minute of sleep, right? I stay up my whole night and I try to revise the test, right? Whatever it is, right? Whatever subject it is. I just stay up the whole night, drink a bunch of coffee and Red Bull, a lot of caffeine, right? And I do the test, right? And okay, it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy, right? Because you don't even have sleep, right? You go to the test with zero sleep, right? But it works, and I can't explain to you why. Well, I can, because what you've been doing for the last moments, like hours, like 12 hours before the test, right? All you're doing, right, is that one subject, right? The one subject for that one test, right? So you're just like super good, right? You're super good. It's kind of like boosted. You're super boosted in that one test, right? And then after that, you forget about everything, and then you have the worst day ever in school because you can't sleep. There's one time, right? I was so tired, right? I was so tired after the exam. I think it was the exam day, which I did the same thing, right? I was so tired. Okay, there was two times. Okay, one time I was doing a group project. I did that. I did that. Then, in assembly. So when you go to school, right? Go to school, they do some attendance thing, right? But they do it in plaza first, right? Then we walk to our classroom. So normally if you're late, right? You can't even enter the school, right? They'll put you somewhere else, right? In some gate to mark your attendance as late, right? But so I went to school early, right? Because I didn't sleep, right? I didn't sleep, so might as well go to school. I didn't sleep. I went to school, right? But I was too early. So I went to this place, right? Which is some level 2 part, right? Where everybody can go. There was a bench with a table, right? So I was so tired. I just wanted to lie down. Let me lie down, okay? Let me lie down. I set a timer or something, right? To know that I have to go back to the assembly, right? I'm like, okay, let me lie down. I lie down. I close my eyes. I slept. I missed my alarm. When I woke up, they were like already singing some national anthem or something already. Then I ran down, right? I ran down from a different path, right? And then there was this teacher, which was maybe some discipline teacher, right? And he looked at me and I looked at him. But he realized I didn't come from where you were late, right? If you're late, you're coming from the school entrance. I came from another place, right? That means I already was there, right? So he looked at me, I looked at him, and I just walked past and nothing happened to me. Well, it's kind of true. I wasn't late. I just slept on the bench. Okay, let me sleep on the bench. Okay, so let me talk about the second time I did the same thing. If you're anything normal, please do not do this. I'm psychotic. That's why I can not sleep for an entire day. So it's actually not entire day, right? Because I'm awake the previous day, right? The previous day of school. Then I stayed up for the whole day of the whole night to study. Then the whole day of the school. Then before I sleep, right? So it's 48 hours, not 24 hours. So it's like crazy. The second time, not second time. I did it a lot of times. I did it a lot of times, but the second time that I remember doing it, there was it was a exam. I think it was an exam, not a test this time. So while I was doing the exam, all I could remember, all I could think of, right, is like, I'm not gonna make it back home. Because I'm so tired. So I'm just going to these stairs. So these stairs are like super big stairs, right? Like 1 meter by 1 meter. It's just for people to sit on to watch stuff, right? So it's not really stairs. Maybe it's like seats. Okay, seats. I'm gonna go there, right? I'm gonna sleep. I do not care. I do not care. I'm just going to go there and sleep, okay? Because I'm so tired. What if I walk home and I just sleep halfway through while walking? I'll take the bus, right? I take the bus and I just halfway through I just sleep, right? So I'm gonna sleep there, right? So I finished the exam. I was tired, right? I went to walk to the stairs, which I planned to sleep there, right? Then suddenly I'm not tired anymore. Excuse me, if I'm so tired, why can't it make me not tired during the exam and make me tired after the exam? Doesn't make sense. Because after I finish the exam, I'm not tired. School. Should I talk about school more? Well, I guess we got nothing else to talk about. School. So swimming. Let's talk about swimming. How did I get into swimming? You wanna know? Oh, swimming. Let's talk about Singapore swimming. Right. There's 3 reasons I started swimming. First reason is there's this anime called Free, which is about a swimmer that swims freestyle. And you know what I did? I became a swimmer and swam freestyle. Because before junior college, right? Before junior college, I wasn't a swimmer, right? Maybe I played in the pool, swimming pool a few times when I was a child, right? But I'm not a swimmer, right? Not a swimmer, but that's one reason. Second reason is because I came from in primary school, so very young, around primary school is around 12, right? No, 6 to 12 years old. I was in football, right? Football is a team sport, right? And I realized I'm not doing a team sport anymore because I realized, why do I count on a team, right? Count on a team where I can outwork anybody and just be an individual sport and excel in that, right? So no team sport for me, no team sport because I'm psychotic. So I chose swimming because it's also an individual sport, right? There's no team. You just compete against others by yourself, right? When you are swimming, there's nobody to help you and nobody to drag you down too. That's the second reason. The third reason is because in Singapore, there was this guy called Joseph Schooling, which won an Olympic gold medal. And he won it in 2016 when I was 14 years old. So in 14 years old, I was in secondary school. So secondary 2. When he won it, right, I didn't even know about it, right? But I just heard stuff, right? Heard stuff about Singapore and Olympics. Oh. Then in my mind, because Singapore was never a sporting nation, right? In my mind, it was like, oh, Singapore Olympics. So he must have went to the final, right? He must place 8 in the final. That's why people are talking about him, right? He must place 8. He made it to the final, made it 8, right? Or maybe 4th. 4th, right? That's the best he can do. But probably 8, right? Probably 8 is already an accomplishment to make the final. So what my school did, right, was they brought every single class, like halfway through the school, right? We were just studying our stuff, right? They stopped everything, made us all sit in the hall and played the video of him winning gold medal, right? So, if you didn't watch it, he won 100 butterfly in 2016 Tokyo. No, wait, which Olympics is that? Rio Olympics, right? And if you didn't know, he was swimming in lane 4, and beside him was Michael Phelps, right? And I know Michael Phelps. I don't even know who Joseph Schooling at that time. I know Michael Phelps. I was like, oh, so when he started, it was Michael Phelps, Joseph Schooling, and a bunch of people, I don't know. I was like, okay, let me just look at the winner, right? The winner is gonna be Michael Phelps, right? Greatest swimmer of all time, right? Let me look at Michael Phelps because why would I look at the 8th place guy, Joseph Schooling? Who cares? I'm looking at Michael Phelps, right? The whole way through, right? Just look at him. Because he's gonna win, right? He's gonna win, right? Then when I was watching him, I was like, wait, he placed second. He placed second. What? What do you mean he placed second? What do you mean he placed second? Well, how did I drop past the thing? He placed why did I panic? I panic and nothing good happens. He placed second and Joseph Schooling placed first, right? It just opened my eyes, right? It just opened my eyes because I thought the best he can do is 8, basically, or 4th, right? 8 or 4th, right? He not only didn't get a bronze medal, not only beat silver, he got gold and he beat Michael Phelps. And he set an Olympic record time. I was like, oh my. So in the back of my mind, if he can do it, I can do it, right? But actually, now that I realize it, if Michael Phelps can do it, I can do it. Because it doesn't even have to be a Singaporean, right? Anybody that does anything, or even if they don't do anything, doesn't limit you, right? So, in the back of my mind, that's my third reason why I chose swimming. Bonus 4th reason is because my brother was in swimming, and he's 2 years older than me, and he joined swimming, right? Not in the same school, but so yeah, that's the bonus reason. But the 3 main reasons are the 3 main reasons I told you guys about, and that's why I started swimming, and I dropped out of school 1 year later, 1.5 years later, because of swimming. So kind of interesting. And the whole reason I chose to go to junior college, right? So in Singapore, after O levels, so after 16 years old, which is a major exam, right? O levels. You can choose 3 paths, right, in life, in education. I mean, first one is ITE. Basically, it's technical stuff, right? Like do stuff with your hands, right? Second one is polytechnic, right? So that path, I think, is around 3 years. I think 3 years or maybe 3.5 years. That at the end of it, you can get a diploma, but you actually have to choose the course you want to study, right? I'm not getting anywhere. I'm just yapping, right? I'm not thinking about this game. Choose the course you want to study, but you get a diploma at the end of it. And I don't want that because I don't know what I want to do with my life. I don't know what I want to do with my life, so I'm not going to choose a polytechnic. And then there's junior college, right? So basically, from what I know is, at that time, right, which I didn't know much, right? At that time, if you go to junior college, basically it's more school, and then you go to university, and then you decide what course you want to study or what you want to do with your life, right? So my whole point of life, or of my decision of going to junior college, right, was that because I don't know what I want to do in my life, right? So my point is I'll go there, right? I'll go there, and that's when I thought studying is the way, right? It's the way of life, right? My mind was limited back then. So I'm going to go there. Then after there, I'm going to decide. I'm going to decide in the 2 years of junior college. I'm going to decide what I'm going to do, what I'm going to study, right? Or what university course, or blah blah blah. What I'm going to do with my life. And in a roundabout way, I figured it out. I wanted to be a swimmer, right? And I dropped out of school, right? So the whole point of going to junior college, I already accomplished it because I figured out what I want to do with my life. But not in a way that most people expect, right? Most people expect to graduate, to find what they want to do. But I dropped out and found what I want to do in my life. So, yeah. That's what I want to say about school. Anything else I want to say about school? I noticed, okay, this is about science, right? I noticed science, because some stuff are super complicated, right? So you have to teach, let's say, children, right? You have to teach them in a way they understand, right? If you tell them everything about everything, they won't understand it, right? So let's give a good example. How many states of matter are there? Well, in science, we are taught there's 3: solid, liquid, and gas. But in real life, there's more. There's plasma. There's Einstein Bose-Einstein condensate. Then what else is there? There's a lot. Right? There's a lot of states of matter, and there's states of antimatter. Well, I don't even know whether there's states of antimatter, but there is antimatter, right? So, but if you write plasma, right, if you write plasma to your answer of 3 states of matter, or okay, let's say if you write Bose-Einstein condensate in the 3 states of matter, because most people know about plasma, right? But most people don't know about Bose-Einstein condensate. So yeah, when you're a child, you write that answer in your test, right? You're gonna be marked wrong, right? You're gonna be marked wrong because maybe the teacher don't even know about Bose-Einstein condensate as a state of matter, right? So that's partly the reason I realized that school is not really good, right? It's not really good because sometimes whatever they say might be wrong, right? But it's not wrong in the case of it's wrong, like it's incorrect. It's wrong in the case of lack of information, right? Because if you know more, you realize you don't know much. Oh, that's such a saying. You know more, you realize you don't know much. Like, let's talk about imaginary numbers. Well, in school, we learned that you can't do a square root of a negative number, right? Which I talked about in my video of ranking every number. But at a higher level of mathematics, you realize you can square root negative number, but it comes up with the cost of the number being an imaginary number, right? But because of that, there's new discoveries, right? So it's the same thing, right? Which opened my eyes to realize maybe it's not right. Maybe it's not right, right? It's not right what they're teaching us. Right? If you think about it that way. Right. Maybe what the teacher is teaching us is what she's taught to teach us, right? The conventional books, whatever is in the books, she just copy and tell us, right? But sometimes, okay, let me just tell you my beef, right? My beef with this teacher, which is a physics teacher in junior college. Well, before I tell you my beef with this teacher, I want to tell you about the best physics teacher I ever had. I don't even remember her name. I think it's Miss Lee or Miss Tan or Miss... I don't know. Okay, but it's my J1 teacher, right? And she remembers me, I think. Hopefully. Well, she teaches a lot of people, right? But she was a bit closer with me, right? The other teachers. Because I'm like super good at physics, right? Am I super good at physics, or did I just do a hidden hack of just outworking people? Well, I did a hidden hack of outworking people, okay. I'm not very smart. So, yes, so I'm normally usually the best person in physics, right? Yeah, in my class at least, in J1, the first year. So, and this teacher was so good, right? It was so good, and I excelled well. Then in J2, we switched teachers, right? For some reason, and it was the worst physics teacher I've ever seen in my entire life. And if you're watching this and you remember me, I want to tell you to your face, you are the worst physics teacher I've ever seen. You're the worst teacher. No, you're not the worst teacher I've ever seen in my life, but you are one of the worst teachers I've ever seen in my entire life. Because all she did, right? She opened the book. And there's this definition of some physics stuff, right? She just goes by the book, right? So she just asks, blah, 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 this is the definition. But at a high level, or even at a normal level, right? She don't, okay, I won't say she don't understand. Well, I would say she don't understand how to teach, for sure. Yeah, if you just go by the book, right? Why do we need you to do anything in life, right? Right? If you ask her a question, she'll just open the book and just tell you the answer in the book. Right? You ask something out of the book, right? She cannot understand it. She cannot understand it totally. Yeah, so she's horrible, right? She's horrible. It kills my whole joy in physics, because I was good at it relatively, and I enjoyed it, right? Because my previous teacher was so good, right? And when it comes to comparison, right? When you come from a very good teacher to a very bad teacher, right? Which teach the same subject, so you compare them, right? It makes the bad teacher look even more bad, right? So that's what I gotta say about that. What's my point? Did I even have a point, or did I just wanted to rant about how bad this teacher is and how good my first physics teacher is? I don't know. But that's my, like, okay, you became a teacher, right? I want to talk about teaching, right? Do you become a teacher just for a job? If you want a high paying job, why do you become a teacher? So I don't get it, right? So I assume every teacher, right, wants to teach, right? If not, why do you choose a low paying job of a teacher, right? So if you chose a teacher and you chose to be a teacher and you want to teach people, right? You want to impart your knowledge to the new generation of students, which will grow up to do great things, right? Why are you such a bad teacher? Like, I don't understand. Like, okay, I know, let's say it's the curriculum, right? It's the curriculum, we have to do it, right? We have to do it. The test is blah, 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 we have to do it. We have to go through whatever's in the book. I understand completely, because in students, do we really care about the subject? No, but we still do the test, right? Because it's decided this is what is going to be tested. I understand. But if you are a teacher and you don't care about whether the student learns or not, right? You just care about just going through the motion, right? You shouldn't even have become a teacher in the first place, because all you're doing is just harming the future generation of our country. Do you see the video of this guy, this long hair guy that says something about this teacher just giving papers, right? Which is just giving basically what the other teacher is doing, giving papers to the students and just not doing anything, right? Just sitting down there giving papers, and he just scolding the teacher, saying, these are the future of our country, my country and your country, right? This is the future. So why didn't you put more heart into it? And it's some long hair guy. Then he walked out of class, right? Maybe I'm like him because I dropped out of school and I feel so strongly about this. Yeah, so I relate to that guy, right? It's like, if you want to slack off, okay, just work for a company which just makes money and just slack off there, right? And I'll talk about healthcare too, because I'm a medic, right? A lot of healthcare nurses, medics, doctors I don't see that much because I think a lot of doctors are very good. But all those nurses and medics, right, they don't really care, right? They don't really care about the people they're helping, right? They're like mean. Most of them are good, but the bad apples ruins a lot, right? The bad apples ruins a lot of good things they're doing. Like, okay, maybe in my whole life, that teacher is the worst teacher I've ever seen, right? Let's say she's one of the worst, two worst, right? Right. And there are probably hundreds of teachers that taught me, which is very good, right? It's the same with healthcare and stuff, right? But it kind of ruins everything, right? I know it's not fair to compare all teachers because I know some are bad, right? But you can't say all are bad for some bad apples. But I'm just gonna say, okay, in my channel, and it's an executive decision. If you're gonna find a career to do good in the world, to do good, to impart knowledge, to help people that are sick, right? To help people that are sick or whatever it may be, right? Those two, right? Healthcare and teaching, I think those are the main ones you help, right? You help sick people and you help children learn, right? Those two. If you're gonna do that for a job, right? Don't slack off. Don't slack off and just regurgitate information. Because all you're doing is harming them. You're harming them and it reflects a lot on your character, to be honest. Because you chose a path like that, right? You chose to help students, right? You chose to teach, and all you're doing is the opposite. Yeah. That's what I gotta say. It's a choice you make, right? Yeah. Well, actually, to be honest, if you are a bad teacher, if you're watching me and you're a bad teacher, or if you're watching me and you know a bad teacher, right? The worst teacher you have ever ever experienced in your life, right? Actually, that's the opposite. Most students learn the most from you, actually. And they remember the most from you. They don't really remember the best teachers. They remember the worst, and they learn to not be anyone like you in the future. That's what they learn. And that's actually very important. Like, yeah, very important that all the students that you taught do not want anything to do with you, do not want their children to be taught by you, do not want to be a person that teaches their children like you. So actually, that's a good thing because every good stuff have a hidden upside, right? So if you're a super horrible teacher, you make your students want to do the opposite, right? Which is what I want to do, to be honest. You're so bad, right? You're so bad, right? That like if that's the case, right? If that's the case, I might as well teach my own child. Just pull them out of school and teach them that way. Like, it doesn't even matter. Even if I don't know physics, I'd rather learn physics and teach my own child than for my child to be taught by you. So actually, you're doing good in a roundabout way. Because, yeah, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that thinks like that, right? I'm not the only one that thinks that she's bad. Because I know for a fact that the previous teacher was so good. It was so good, and the new teacher was so bad. Yeah, so that's my PSA. If you're gonna be a teacher or you're gonna be a nurse or medic, right? Why don't be bad, right? Don't be bad. Because you're doing more than a job. You're doing more than a job, to be honest. I know it's just a job, and I know, okay, if you're a nurse or a teacher, you're like, you don't live the best life, right? You're just marking test papers, you work late. Nurses, you do 12-hour shifts, right? Throughout the night. I know it's hard, and I know some students mistreat you, right? Some students mistreat you, they just play around. And I know some patients, if you work in the healthcare field, they mistreat you too. I know all of that. I know. Because I'm a medic, right, in the army. Well, there isn't really people that are bad to me, to be honest. But I know it happens. But you're supposed to do good in the world. You're supposed to do good in your profession, right? It's a different story if you're like some trader, right? You're just trading, right? Or the big shot guy. Let's talk about Wolf of Wall Street, the guy, right? Wolf of Wall Street. He said there are fat cats and starving dogs. No. Okay, I'm thinking of two different movies. One is The Big Short about the 2008 financial crisis, and one is Wolf of Wall Street. Well, they both relate, right? You're working in a financial field, right? Where your actions, right? If you shorted the mortgage in 2008, and you're right, you make a lot of money, but the resulting is a lot of people lose their jobs, right? They lose their jobs because financial crisis, right? And you're partly to be blamed, right? Because you shorted it, right? You shorted it and you wanted it to fail, and when it failed, you made a lot of money. That is fine. It's fine because you're in a financial field. You're dealing with numbers, right? And if you don't win, somebody else will win, right? But teaching is different. It's different because it's because it's sick people and children, right? Healthcare and teaching. You can't do that. You can't do that to children, and you can't do that to people that are sick. Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah, and I'm sure there's a lot of good, right? There's a lot of good people, but I don't remember those. To be honest, it's a phenomenon, right? When the bad stuff that happened in your life, you just remember it very vividly. No. Yeah. So yeah. Like if you're bitter about being a teacher, right? Then don't be a teacher. Like, okay, you realize teaching is not for you. It's not for you, and you hate every day that you teach, right? The children or the students are not the best students, right? Because I know there are some students that are not the best. Maybe they don't like your subject. They're just disruptive in class, right? Okay, at that point, just quit teaching. Just quit teaching and move on to a different field, right? Why not? Because, okay, what's the worst that can happen? Well, what can happen is whatever. They go without a teacher, they replace you, right, with somebody else. Maybe they experience the same thing. But if you hate teaching, you are so negative about it, right? Like my physics teacher, J2, not J1. J1, if you're watching this, you're amazing. J2 teacher, I don't even remember your name. Okay, I think I remember your name. It starts with a T. But I think I'm confusing the both names, okay? Okay, I don't know. I'm confusing the both names. So if you're my J1 teacher, right? And I'm always nice to you, right? I'm always nice to you and you're always nice to me. I'm not talking about you. If you're my J2 teacher and I dropped out the year that you taught me, right? Yeah, you are horrible. And I say it publicly. I do not care. If you're so horrible in teaching, you can hear me say it's horrible, okay? I'm just being honest with you. And I'm sure every other one of my peers and any other one of the students that you taught think you're a horrible teacher, okay? And you should just quit the job. That's what I gotta say. Oh, that's too negative. It's too negative, but I have to repay negative with negativity. No, I do not. Like, you want to be a bigger person, you just be positive about it. I lost my point because I just keep thinking about this negative teacher being negative. Oh yeah, so if you want to quit, right, just quit because if one of your students, one of your good students didn't pursue the thing he or she likes, right? If she loves the subject physics and she want to be physicist, right? And you're so bad that you just kill the whole joy of studying physics, which is what my teacher did for me, the worst teacher. You might as well just quit the job because that harm you did to that student is not even worth it. Just quit. I mean, there are negative people around town, right? But I feel like negative people, right, produce the most positive people, right? If you are like super negative about everything you do, right, somehow or another, the universe works out in the way that people you hang around with don't want to be like you, right? Don't want to be like you, and they become the opposite of you, and they become positive, right? And they help people just because you are so negative. Just the way the universe works. And if you are very negative, right? Why are you negative? Is it your childhood? You grew up negative, or like did something happen to you to like that you have to be negative? Yeah. So should I stop talking about this physics teacher? Yes, I should, and I should move on with my life. Yeah. Okay. Moving on with my life. What I want to talk about? Let's take a break. Let's take a break and eat some food. Because I'm like just ranting, right? And just not really talking. And I want to say hello to my 2 chatters on YouTube. Hi and hello. Normally I don't even get a YouTube comment, right? So take a break. We're eating curry puff, right? And hopefully it doesn't hurt my stomach because it's spicy. I'm gonna take out this. Okay, let me see. If I wear it like here. No, it doesn't look good. Rather like if I take it down, I wear it on my back. You know, because my classmates, right, or people I know, right, like what if they see my videos, right, from Instagram, right, and they know the exact physics teacher I am talking about, right, and they send it to her. They send my video to her talking about how bad she is, right. Best decision I made in my life if she sees it. Yeah, you guys don't even understand how bad she is. You think I'm being mean to her, right? No, I'm not. Compared to what she was, right? She was just like a walking stick of negativity. Just like I don't know. But I'm sure, like, if you're watching this, right, there's gotta be a teacher that you hate, right? It's impossible to go your whole life like every teacher is good to you. No, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. There's gotta be a teacher that's just horrible. Just horrible. I mean, I think every school I went to, right, every stage of life, right, there is a teacher that's horrible. Just why? Can we like kick them out? Can we just kick them out of teaching? Curry puff. Don't be too spicy, please. I don't know why it's a curry puff. I'll show you. It's a bread, like crispy bread filled with curry and eggs and mushrooms and meat. Very nice. Let's talk about childhood. No, not gonna be a very fun topic, but let's talk about it. A few streams ago, we were talking about how most horrible people, dictators, have horrible childhood, right? And they transfer that negative energy from their childhood to when they're adult and become a dictator, right? And commit a lot of atrocities in life. But let me tell you, the opposite is also true. If you have a horrible childhood, you can be the best person for you and your future children, right? Because you realize, I do not want that for my child, right? So in nature and nurture, right, you can think that the way you are brought up defines you, right? You can just keep complaining. People didn't treat me well, so I'm gonna treat others horribly, right? But that's not true. Because the opposite is true. And it's so true that in anime, in Naruto, it's also the same thing. So for Kakashi, right? Kakashi, he has a horrible childhood, right? Everybody he grew up with is dead. Is dead and buried. But he still is he doesn't turn to the dark side, become evil, right? No, he's still good. He still teaches Team 7, right? But who else had a horrible childhood and turned horrible? Well, let me think. Like Pain. I think Pain. Don't really know much about Pain, but he inflicts the pain onto others. But Kakashi, he takes the pain, right? He doesn't reflect it off others. He takes the pain and continues doing good. Amazing. Maybe anime teaches us more than school does. I want my hair like poking out at the side. It has only been an hour. I should find out 2 hours and 20 minutes. There's something I want to talk about. I remember. Togi, this guy. Togi, the YouTuber. He made a new video, right? Which is out, I think yesterday or today, right? Very recent. It's about him. It's titled Dr. Togi. So he was a doctor, right? No, he acted like a therapist or a doctor, right? To help people. It's not different. It's not tuna. Tuna is like. And the second half of the video, he did some advice, right? He said something very interesting. He said, most people think good is the stepping stone to great, but actually, good is the opposite of great. You cannot be good. You can be good or you can be great. You cannot be good then great, right? So let me think about it. Well, is he right? No, but I think he's right. He's so successful that he must be right. Well, you want to be a good swimmer, you swim so often, like you swim like a bit. You don't swim a bit. You don't. I don't know. Whatever. You be good, right? Good enough. You want to be great, you have to be like not good. You can't be good. You can't be good if you want to be great. Maybe he's right. He's right. I'm just gonna accept that he's right. I don't have anything to say about it myself. No input. Just he's right. Oh yeah. Yesterday we were at 67 subscribers, I remembered. And today we are at 73 subscribers. Yeah, I want to thank all of you guys for subscribing. But I'm pretty sure some of them are my relatives. So I don't know how I feel about that. Why are you subscribing to me? Why don't subscribe to me? It's weird. Oh, we can check how our new video. What? Look at this. Focus, focus, please focus. $22. Oh, please, please, please. Focus, focus, please focus. Okay, if I can't do it right, you guys have to trust my word for it. Okay, I can't do it. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. It's 22,500 views in the last 48 hours, and yesterday it was 16,000. I thought 16,000 was crazy, and before that I thought 9,000 was crazy, and now it's 22,000. It's just everything is crazy. Okay, we have anything to eat over here. My aunt said it was something sweet. It's some Chinese thing. Yes, I'm Chinese, but I don't know what it is, okay? Let me check my shorts on my social media. My YouTube, the 5 I posted is very little views, but YouTube takes a while, right? But the rest of the social media, like, it's like instant, but not. It doesn't climb, right? It doesn't climb. It's just like, how does it? Doom, then doom. YouTube is like zoom, zoom. It surpasses all of them. Yeah, my TikTok never does well. Okay, never does well, never does well. Will never do well. It's just it is what it is. Never does well, never do well. Maybe it will do well in the future. In the future. Okay, sweet thing. So it's like a bread thing too, but inside it's supposed to be sweet, apparently. But you know when old people say, when I'm not calling my aunt old, okay. When older people, okay, that's a nicer way to say it. When older people say sweet, it's not really sweet. Because we have different taste buds, right? And when they say something is not bitter, it means it is bitter, right? Because they are skewed. They like bitter stuff, right? Yeah, I don't really like bitter stuff. So when they say sweet, it means a bit sweet, but it's not really sweet to other people, younger people. This has a lot of crumbs, you see. There's a lot of layers of crispy bread. Yeah, hopefully I can clean it all up. Because I do not like dirty stuff. Because I don't like insects. So is it sweet? A little bit. Yeah, it's not very sweet. It's a bit sweet. And I'm not calling my aunt old, if you're watching. I'm saying you're older, not old. Okay? Don't think I'm calling you old. Okay, let me throw away all of these. But I wanna make sure there's no crumbs. Okay, I'm back. I'll go through this. Good to be clean. So now that we are back, just the hair first. Just the hair, everything else again. Why does my hair look like it's like? Just the head, everything else second. Well, second, check SpaceX stocks. Good. You know, there's a, like don't know how to explain this joke. Like, there's people that like just don't do anything. Then they see something that is like good, yes. Like they don't understand the joke and they like yes. And then the same day, I'm like not doing anything, right? With my SpaceX stocks, it just goes up or down wherever it wants to, right? I'm just when it goes up, I'm like good, yes, I planned that. Yes, I planned that. Everything is going to plan. What did I check? Oh, my YouTube analytics. Boom. 73 subscribers. Yeah, I need to do my 6-7 subscriber milestone. I think I can do it on the. I'm only free, right, to do it on the Saturday. So in one Thursday, wait, it's past midnight. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 4 more days. I can do it and post it. You know why? Let me tell you why. Well, I can do it anytime, any day, right? But sometimes, right? Okay, every time. Okay, every time I do a challenge, right? In my mind, it's so easy. In my mind, it's the easiest challenge of the world. It's gonna take me 1 hour to do it, right? Then I realize it takes me 10 hours. Then I'm like, okay, bro, why can't it be so easy? But in my mind, it's easy. So it's probably gonna happen again, right? Oh my god. It's like a fly. It's gone. Well, this is why I hate insects. And everything should be clean, right? So they don't come. I'm gonna clean it more. Crazy. I like thoroughly cleaned my whole room. Like not too long ago. Like 1 week or 2 weeks ago. Like, but why does my room have so much dust? Like, why? Why is dust? Okay, anyways, I was talking about something. Which I forgot my point. I need to know my point. What's my point? Let me rewind the video, right? If I rewind the video, I can just hear myself talking. But I only can do it on YouTube. Go on YouTube and rewind my video. I'm about 73 subscribers. Oh, challenges, and why does it take so long? Well, actually, I've done my point already. Because in my mind, it's easier, but in real life, it's way harder to do challenges. Right? So that's why I purposely do it. I'm gonna do it on the weekend, right? Because on the weekday, I have to do some stuff. In this particular week, So I can do like a 10-hour challenge, right? If it takes 10 hours. Who knows? Maybe it'll take 1 hour. Nah. Every time I think it takes me 1 hour, it takes me 10 hours. So this time I'm gonna think that it takes me 10 hours, so it'll take me 1 hour. And you can just say, why don't you just do the math, right? Do the math on the challenge. Then you know how high it is. Then it just spoils the whole fun of the challenge. If I knew how high it is, I'll make it more manageable. If I don't know how high it is, I'll just do it. Just do it, right? Then halfway through, I'll just start regretting my decisions. Then when I finish it, I'll be like, oh, yeah, we actually did it, right? We actually did it. Like in our 1 week, right? In our 1 week of... No, 1 month of YouTube, right? We did so many hard challenges already. Like 1,000 balloons, right? Which takes me 9 hours. Which made my hand bleed, right? Which you didn't see in the video, right? Because I didn't even realize it was bleeding until I slept. Then my pillowcase was covered with a little bit of blood, but spread around a large area. Then Mr. Beast, although we kind of cheated with the challenge, we did it at the end of 13 hours. What else hard challenge we did? I think those two. For now. The eating challenges, I will always fail eating challenges. It doesn't matter. You ask me to eat like... You ask me to eat 4 Big Macs and I'll fail that. I can try though. I probably can eat 2. Okay, I definitely can eat 1, right? Everybody can eat 1 Big Mac, right? Because you eat Big Mac with a meal, right? With fries and a drink, right? So let's take out the fries and drinks. How many can I eat? 1.5. Right. But if I push myself to make it a challenge instead of a meal, I can eat 2. I can guarantee you I can eat 2 Big Macs with preparation. And if it's a challenge, I cannot guarantee 3. I cannot guarantee I can eat 3 Big Macs. Oh, let me tell you about this guy called AIStreamBoo.com. Every day, there is a guy that asked me to use Streambots, right? I was doing some research on Streambots. By doing some research, I just meant that XQC was talking about Streambots and I just watched XQC talking about Streambots. But if I don't tell you that, right, you'll think that I'm actually doing research about all the things I'm talking about. But in reality, I was just watching oversimplified. I'm watching XQC. Okay, but you don't even know that. Let's think I'm doing research, right? I'm doing research, right? And a lot of people stream bot apparently. Allegedly. A lot of people stream bot, right? Even the top streamers, right? Until Twitch had enough, right? Had enough of it and they did some crackdown on stream bots. Like, they did a lot of crackdown, to be honest. They cracked down on it, tried to remove it. Then after a few times, they limit the streamers that were streambotting, right? That they accused of streambotting to a maximum viewer count, right? So it doesn't go above a certain view count, which is the actual view count. What do I want to say? I want to get over this first. No! I can't beat this game. I'm gonna play this game for 30 days. Then I'm gonna play this game. No, I'm gonna beat this game. Then I'm gonna have to start another challenge. Yeah. So a lot of people are very angry at streamers for viewbotting, right? Because a lot of reasons, right? Because advertisers are angry because it's not the true viewer count, right? You don't get the money you paid for, right? Like sponsorships. And then smaller streamers are angry because they can't get discovered, and then they don't viewbot, and then people that viewbot get unfair advantage. And people that break records, right? Okay, let's hopefully the people at the top don't viewbot, but let's assume they do, right? And they break records viewbotting, right? Then the record it's a fake record, right? To be honest. So normally any normal person will be angry at this, right? But let's just be not normal, right? Because I'm a jester, right? So why do I care? Why do I care? I do not care. I do not care and I shouldn't care, right? Because it doesn't affect me. Every second I think about other streamers viewbotting is another second that I'm thinking of not thinking about my content better. Not thinking of how to make my content better or not streaming, right? I'm not wasting that time thinking about something that doesn't affect me. Maybe it does affect me, but worrying about it does me no good. So I'm not gonna worry about it, right? But most streamers like, nah, I need to fight the vengeance and for justice of people that don't stream Viewport. I need to be justful. Nah. Just instead of doing that, right? Instead of doing that, just spend that time, energy, and emotion to make your own content better. Every second, yeah, and you'll be more successful. Like, don't worry about it. Actually, the opposite, right? You shouldn't be angry at them. You should try to learn from them. I'm not saying to use Viewbot, but like, just try to learn something, right? So what did I learn? Well, I learned that it works. It works because that's why people are doing it, right? And people are doing it because it works. So maybe they Viewbot half their viewers, right? But the other half is real, right? The other half is real, and what else do I want to say? The other half is real, and the other half, the smaller half, no, the half that's real, right, is still bigger than what they would have gotten if they didn't Viewbot, right? So is that what I learned? I don't know. Maybe like down the line, right? Normally something happens to me, right? I learn something, right? But I don't really learn the real meaning until years later. Then I'm like, oh, this relates to what I'm doing, right? But now I just like learn that Viewbots are prevalent. Okay, like, is there a hidden meaning? No, there's no hidden meaning yet that I can come up with, right? But in the future, maybe I can pick that and like, yeah, keep it in the back of my mind, I guess. Okay, now we need to talk about something fun, right? Because we never talk about anything fun in this whole stream, and then we're just spreading negativity. So let's spread some positivity. What's positive? Well, magnets, there are a negative and positive side of magnets. And if you take the north side of the magnet, right, and you put it in water, so it floats, right? You float, not put it in water, put it like on a styrofoam in a pail of water, right? The magnet will align to our Earth magnetic north, right? Right? The north will point to north, that's how our compass works. And the south will point to south, right? You want me to blow your mind? This is what I learned. And it blew my mind. Okay. If magnets, north attract to south, right? If north attract to south, that's how magnets work, right? If like poles repel, then the unlike poles attract, right? So you put N and N, it boom. And you put north and south, it attracts, right? If our magnet aligns to the Earth north, right? Our north pole is actually the south pole. Whoa! Okay. Yep, that's what I want to say. That's what I want to say. North pole is actually the south pole. Can you imagine that? And the south pole is the north pole. Magnetic north. Right? Am I right? Or am I just spewing nonsense? Am I spewing nonsense? Because I learned it from another student when I was a child, right? So I was like, that makes sense. But is it really fact? Or am I just spewing nonsense? I'm spewing nonsense and just spreading it on the internet. Oh, I want to talk about fake news. Fake news. I think I talked about it before. Fake news and real news. What is real news and what is fake news? Well, fake news are fake news, right? Let's assume we know what's fake and what's real. In this argument, we know what's fake and real. And why is real news not popular and fake news is so popular? Well, because fake news, you can fake it, right? You can sensationalize. That's a big word. Sensationalize. Any news you want, right? You can fabricate it. You can make it very angry, or very sad, or very happy. Then people will repost it, right? It's like a virus. Repost it when it's very sad or angry. But real news is like kind of boring, right? Our day to day is kind of boring, right? So real news are not very sensational. So it doesn't spread that far. But that's half the thing I want to talk about. So the other half of the thing I want to talk about is fake news and combating fake news. So So let's say YouTube. We're talking about YouTube here. YouTube has a thing of community nodes, right? Right. Those things. Community nodes that says whatever is the fact, and whatever in the video might be false, right? Right. That is like to combat fake news, right? Is it a good idea? No, it's not a good idea because censorship, basically, is like, who are you to decide what's real or fake, right? Right. Because okay, it makes sense and it doesn't make sense. Is the Earth flat? Is the Earth flat, right? Any flat Earth video will have a community note saying the world is round or something, right? Flat Earth is just a theory or something. Okay. Do I believe the world is flat, or do I believe the world is not flat? Well, I believe the Earth is a globe, right? It's round, but that shouldn't stop you from asking whether the Earth is flat, right? Because when we were a child, right, we ask a lot of questions, right? We ask a lot of questions. Why is 1 + 1 2? Why is the sky blue, right? And the correct answer is not correct because somebody says it. The correct answer is correct because it stands the test of not being disproved. The whole point of science, right, is I have a theory. You disprove it, I'm wrong, right? Why is 1 + 1 2? Well, because you add 1 to 1, it becomes 2. It doesn't become 3. But if I say 1 + 1 is 3, I'm trying to disprove 1 + 1 is 2, right? And you should try to let me disprove your theory. And of course I'm wrong, right? Of course I'm wrong that 1 + 1 is not 3, right? But you shouldn't stop people from trying to talk about it, right? Because all that does is flames the fire. If you don't let me talk about it and you ban what I'm trying to say, right? Why are you banning it? Why are you banning it if it's so wrong? That's what they'll think. If it's correct, then why are you banning it? Right? And some stuff are actually correct and actually banned. Right? There's no way you can be 100% sure that every single one of your community nodes is right. Right? It stands the test of time and it's forever right. Right? You can say there are the Earth is no, you can't say that. We can say okay, we just assume last time before imaginary numbers were created, right, you can't square root a negative number. And if you say I can, you'll be community noted saying this guy you can't square root, right? Then math created imaginary numbers and allowed it, right? Right. But what if, because now, right, last time what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Last time what are you gonna do? There's no community note saying you're wrong, right? If you're wrong, right, people will just think you're wrong, right? Disprove you. But now, the people, or now even AI bots that thinks you're wrong before it is proven wrong, right? And all innovations are trying to disprove the convention. If you're against the convention, you're innovating, right? Yeah. So what if I want to create an Iron Man suit that makes me have an arc reactor and I can fly through this arc reactor, right? I want to do that, and I say it's possible to create an Iron Man suit which allows me to fly in real life through this arc reactor, which I can create with this new element called Glenium, because my name is Glenn, right? Let's say it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. This element doesn't exist, called Gleninium. It doesn't power this Iron Man suit, right? Whatever. But why if you ban me? Why if you ban me from talking about my Iron Man suit, which I want to build? Okay, I want to build this Iron Man suit. Okay, let me build it. But then everything that I post about this Iron Man suit, which doesn't work, right? It doesn't work because the element doesn't exist to power this suit. It doesn't exist. It cannot work. The Iron Man suit cannot fly. It's too heavy. Then you ban me. You ban me and you ban any talks about a flying Iron Man suit. And anybody that tries to help me build this Iron Man suit does not help me anymore because I'm banned. I'm banned. Okay, I'm banned and okay, I can't build this Iron Man suit. Okay, whatever. I'm wrong, and I'm wrong and you're right. There's no element called Glenium, and there's no Iron Man suit that can be built in real life. I'm wrong. Until the day I'm not. Until I built the Iron Man suit with my new element, which I manufactured with this plasma accelerator, fusing Bose-Einstein condensate and 3 protons and 26 neutrons and 165 protons and electrons, combined with some dark matter and antimatter. I made that element right now, and I know elements doesn't contain dark matter, but whatever, I created it. Okay, I created my Iron Man suit. And what now? All you have done was delay the progress of innovation just by censorship. Right? I don't believe in censorship because if it's wrong, right? If it's wrong, you shouldn't censor something is wrong. You should prove that it's wrong, right? It should be there for everybody to see that it's wrong and you prove it, right? Right. If you censor something that's wrong, how do you know 100% chance that you're censoring something that's wrong? Right? What if you're censoring something that's right? Of the 1 million times you're right, 1%, one of them is wrong. You're wrong about my Iron Man suit not being able to fly. Right? So, and because of that, if I listen to your censorship, the Iron Man suit will never get produced in this world. So let me just build my Iron Man suit and everybody can fly like Iron Man. Okay, I don't really have the desire or intention or money to build an Iron Man suit, but that's just an example, okay? If you really think I'm trying to build an Iron Man suit out of this element called Glenium, I'm not doing it, but it's you can steal my idea, okay? Steal my idea and build an Iron Man suit and sell it to me. Sell it to me and I can fly with it too. So that's my PSA on why you shouldn't censor so many stuff. Or community note it, right? If it's wrong, right? If it's wrong, let us decide whether it's wrong, right? And it does no good, right? It does no good for the average person that everything is decided for them whether it's right or wrong. Right? Like let's say it's a bunch of nonsense. This video is a bunch of nonsense. Okay, my swimming video. My swimming video, which I just released, called why the 200 mixed melee relay should be removed, right? What if it's a bunch of nonsense? It's a bunch of nonsense and it shouldn't be removed, right? That's your point. My point is it should be removed, right? Just let me talk about why it should be removed because that's my opinion. Then if I'm wrong, right, you decide whether I'm wrong. Whether my new idea to remove it or my second idea is 8x50 mixed melee relay is a better idea. Many things is horrible. That is a horrible idea. You shouldn't do that. Okay, let the people decide. If not, we are all babies, right? We are all babies and whatever opinions we have, it's not our own, but it's formed by the algorithm. And decided what's right or wrong. That's like some dystopian future. Well, that's not a dystopian future. That's the reality we're living in. This is too dark, okay? This is too dark and I shouldn't be talking about this kind of stuff. Right. Yeah, I shouldn't be talking about this kind of stuff. And I will not talk about this kind of stuff for my safety. Yes, I'm just a gamer. I'm just a jester, okay? If anybody is very serious that wants to hunt me down, I'm just a jester. I'm just joking. Everything I say is a joke. Do not hunt me down. All I want to do is play games on the internet, okay? I don't want to talk about this serious stuff, okay? It just popped into my mind, okay? It's not. I don't want to talk about it, okay? Not my fault, okay? It just popped in my mind. Yeah, I'm just a gamer, okay? I'm just a gamer. I have no opinions of my own. I'm just a gamer. And I'm dumb. I'm a dumb gamer. So any opinion I say is probably dumb and not true. Okay, that's my defense for myself. Hopefully I don't get banned. Because this is just a character. Does it work? Okay, we have to talk about some fun stuff, okay? Fun stuff, positive and light-hearted, okay? Why are we talking about this? Okay, this is why I choose to be dumb. Because if not, my mind works in a way that I just keep thinking about this kind of stuff. Then I end up talking about it. Okay, then everybody's negative. Everybody's negative. They don't like it. I'm not happy. Let me just be dumb and happy. Okay, let me just be dumb and happy. And I keep clicking with my finger, and I can't get up this. I'm not thinking. And I'm just moving, and we're just never gonna beat this game. Okay, should I just make peace with never beating this game? We're just gonna be 365 days, and we're just here. We're just here, and Corozan. Let me check on him. Maybe he just streamed late like me. You know. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Benefit of the doubt. Benefit of doubt. Yep, didn't stream. Lazy slacker. Lazy slacker. Corazon. Oh, there is World Cup today. Haaland. Well, usually I talk about World Cup, right? I thought about watching it, right? Because I stream, then after I end my stream, I have time to watch the World Cup. But now, special occasion, it's already ongoing, so I can check the results. Let me guess. Norway is beating the other country by a lot. World Cup. And the goals are going to be by Haaland. Yeah, one goal by Norway. Is it by Haaland? Nope, it's by A. Nusia. Okay, so I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Haaland. You guys see the AI TikToks about Haaland and Mbappe? And Haaland was a Viking and Mbappe was like a dictator, but for ancient times where they use bows. That was so lit. But the real match, right, between Norway and France in the group stage was not lit because Haaland didn't start. I don't even know whether he got subbed out or not because I stopped watching already. And they got trashed by France because it didn't matter. The game didn't matter because they were both in the knockout stage. Do you think sports... No, I can't talk about this. It's serious. I can't talk about serious stuff. Okay, enough serious talk for today. Okay, let's go talk about it. Okay, I will talk about it because I have nothing else in my brain. But we're not going to relate it to anything serious. In Rome, in the time of the Colosseum, the emperor did something called bread and circuses. So he gave free bread and free circus, which is the Colosseum, to anybody and everybody that watch, right? No matter what class you are from. And what's the moral of that story? I will not get to it because it's serious. And I'm dumb. I'm a dumb jester that don't understand what's bread and circus. All I know about bread is that there are white bread, there are baguette, there are sandwiches bread, and circuses, there are animals in the circus. Woo! I do not know what I'm talking about, and I'm just a fool. I'm just a jester. I do not know what is bread and circus. That's all I know about bread and circuses. And is it a circus because there's bread, or is there bread in the circus? And if it's a bread circus, if I say a bread circus, do you think a circus made of bread, or bread with circuses brand? And what is a circus? Well, we learned last stream from my talk about oversimplified. When in the past, when you encircle an enemy with a small force, they lose because you circle them. When you circle something, you draw a circle around it in real life with a pen. So you circle it. And what else is circled? Well, a circus. What is a circus called a circus when it sounds like a circle? And what is this beach ball? Well, this beach ball is a beach ball. But this beach ball, every time I go past here, I say beach ball. But beach ball is also used in the circus for like acrobats take stuff. Why is the circus named a circus when it's so close to a circle? Is it because a circus is made of a tent, and that tent is a circle-shaped tent, and that's why it's called a circus? Am I right? Am I right about my circle theory? And let's ask Google. Why is a circus named that way? It comes from the Latin word circle, or ring. You describe a massive round open area. I'm right. Why am I right? Am I a genius or a fool? Am I a fool because I'm a genius, or am I a genius because despite being a fool? You know, some some smart inventions are inventions by fools, right? Does it mean they're not fools, or does it mean they are geniuses because they made dumb decisions, foolish decisions, and they're the only one that made it? That's why they're geniuses. All I think I'm a fool. I'm a fool. That's why I'm successful in life, because I'm foolish enough to think I can be successful. Foolish, foolish, ha la 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 la. Hey, let's talk about Haaland. Well, I didn't even know his backstory, right? But his dad used to play in Manchester City. His name was Erling something, right? And there was a guy in Manchester United, which was super aggressive player. I think Roy Keane or something, right? He tackles everybody, right? And the one time the Roy Keane himself got tackled, right? A bad tackle. The Haaland's father, he said to him, "Get up, stop faking it, right? Stop faking it." But this time he wasn't faking it, right? As a tackle, he was really a real tackle. And the Roy Keane guy, he spent 4 years planning his revenge, right? To get back at Erling Haaland's dad. And then when they played again, Manchester City versus Manchester United, he did a horrible tackle on Erling Haaland's dad. And he got red carded. And not only that, his dad had to retire because his ACL, his knee, was so injured from that he can't even play football anymore. And Haaland, his son, Erling Haaland, the one that we know, right? He remembers that, right? He knows that, and that's why he never plays for Manchester United. No, yeah, Manchester United. He only plays for Manchester City, which is the one that his dad played. And not only that, he could have been an English player, to be honest. England citizenship, because his dad was staying in England, right? But because of that injury, he has to go back to Norway, right? So Manchester United, because of what happened, lost the best player in the world, Haaland. And England lost Haaland to be player for them in the World Cup. Wow. Butterfly effect. No. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this game? I thought I'll finish this game. Okay, can we finish it by the end of the week? I'm not getting anywhere. That's at the end of the week, I wanna play League of Legends as my stream game, right? Every weekend. So if you can finish by the end of the week, it lines up perfectly well. Oh, I can't beat this game. Wait, I wanna do this more. Let me just do this for a few minutes and just look at it, because my throat is starting to hurt. What do I have to say? Let me see, who's live? Is the boss live? Yes, he's 1v1ing everybody that's flaming him. Yeah, I'm wearing this Chester hat on my neck, because it's like, we wear something so long that it just, it's like pressing against a certain part of your head. You wanna take a break, right? Oh, tomorrow. I think tomorrow. Let's say I don't exercise tomorrow, right? Because my throat still hurts today, and it's smarter not to exercise when I'm sick. So I'll wake up at around 2 p.m. Eat lunch, then I can work on my new YouTube video And because I have to clip the today's stream, right? Did I even say anything that ain't good? Yeah, I don't know. Too much negativity, right? I don't want to clip all that stuff. Right? I don't want to spread it. But maybe I should spread it. No, I decided I don't want to clip all this kind of stuff. Yeah, after that, then I can... I have a lot of time to do that kind of stuff. Right. Hopefully. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. Am I right because I'm wrong? Or am I wrong because I'm right? Well... Am I Gojo Satoru because I'm the strongest? Or am I the strongest because I'm Gojo Satoru? The answer to that question is neither option. You're not even the strongest. Sakuna is stronger than you. Well, and are you Gojo Satoru because you're the strongest, or are you strongest because you're Gojo Satoru? You're Gojo because you're the strongest. If Gojo wasn't strong, nobody would care about him. I say his only personality is being cool and aura farming, right? Right. I said it. Am I a Gojo hater? No, I'm just a Sakuna supporter. Sakuna. Tell me Gojo's personality, but you cannot include any of his strength. Any powers, right? Any feat of strength. Who is Gojo without the power? Remove all his powers, right? Make him an ordinary person. Will you still like Gojo? Or do you like him because he's strong?
No.
Did I just change the whole worldview on Gojo Satoru? Okay, because let me explain. Gojo was born strong, right? He was born strong, 6 eyes and limitless, right? And he was always strong, right? Okay, I like Gojo also. Okay, don't say I'm a Gojo hater, right? Because Gojo is so aura farming that he's cool. Okay, he's cool. I admit he's cool. Okay, he's cool, and everybody wants to be Gojo. But okay, for example, who else is strong? Sang Jin-woo from Solo Leveling, right? Who is Sang Jin-woo if he didn't get the power? Let me tell you, Sang Jin-woo was the weakest hunter of all mankind. I said it already, but it was in the edit, so I have to say it that way. But he still, for his sick mother, right? He still worked, right? He worked as a hunter, right? Even though he's weak, right? He still put his life on the line, right? Not only that, when push came to shove, right? During the first hidden dungeon, right? Second double dungeon, there was a part, right, that everybody can leave, right? But if you leave that part, more and more soldiers, the statues will attack you, right? And you can only look a certain number of directions to stop the statues, right? So he basically willing to sacrifice his life for the healer and the older hunter, 2 of them, right? Because his rationale is he already didn't have legs, right? His legs got chopped off, right, by the statue, and because of that, he's probably not gonna survive anyways, right? And so he's gonna give his life so that the other 2 can live, right? So that's Sang Jin-woo. That's Sang Jin-woo even without the power, right? He's willing to put his life on the line for the sake of others, right? And he's willing to work, right? Even though he's the weakest hunter of all mankind, right? He's still willing to go to the dungeon to earn some money for his dying mother, basically. When he has no powers, super weak, and yeah. So that's who he is. Who is Gojo if you take away his power? Some funny guy that makes jokes. Really?
No.
Like, yeah. Will Gojo be Moomin Rider from One Punch Man? You tell me right now. If Gojo didn't have the power, he's just born normal, a normal human, would he put his life on the line and fight the Deep Sea King? If you don't know what I'm talking about, in One Punch Man, there's this hero from C-Class, which is called the Moomin Rider. So basically, he's just a guy that rides bicycles, okay? He has no powers, okay? But his name is the Moomin Rider. And there was a time where the Deep Sea King, so that's some monster from the deep sea, they attacked the place, right, of Japan, right? The Deep Sea King attacked Japan. And a lot of way stronger heroes, even Genos, a lot of A ranks, B ranks, right? Tried to fight the Deep Sea King, and they all got destroyed. Right? and they all got destroyed trying to protect the people that were in the shelter, a stadium, right? A shelter, because the Deep Sea King was gonna go and kill them all. So they stood in their way. Genos tried to. He maybe could have beat the Deep Sea King, but the Deep Sea King like kind of do a dirty tactic, which is like spit acid on the innocent civilians. Then Genos had to sacrifice his metal body so that the little girl is alive, right? So that's why he lost, right? But he was holding his own. So Genos, S-Class, failed to beat this Deep Sea King. And your Movement Rider, you rode there because the people need you. You know you cannot beat this Deep Sea King. You know that, but you have to try. You have to try because that's what it means to be a hero. Wow. What words did I just say? So emotional. So emotional. And if you watch that, right? You watch the fight scene between Genos and Movement Rider and the Deep Sea King, right? If you don't get emotional, you have no heart. I just said it. You have no heart if you don't get emotional. So, what did he do? He did a justice tackle with his bicycle, which did nothing to the Deep Sea King because Deep Sea King is so strong. Then after that, he did a justice bike. Okay, he did a justice bike tackle first. He threw his bike, right? Then after that, he did a tackle in real life tackle with his body, and that did not work. Then the Deep Sea King, all he did was like grab his arm and just slam him down, like Hawk. That's what he did to Loki. He did that, right? Then he flew up. He flew out of his hand, right? So I really thought that did his hand just get this, like, did he rip off his hand? Well, luckily it's not his hand. It was his shirt that he was wearing that ripped off. Then he flew up. And then he was lying on the ground. Absolutely destroyed, right? Because he's just a normal person, right? He's a normal person and you're fighting Deep Sea King, some insane monster that even defeated S-rank heroes, right? So even he do this light slam, right? It probably like put the Movement Rider in so much pain, right? It put his body to the limit. So you're lying down, you're Movement Rider, you're lying down on the ground. It's raining, it's lying down, everything is sad. You tried your best. It didn't do anything. It delayed the Deep Sea King by 10 seconds. That's what it did. 10 seconds, he beat you up for 10 seconds, basically. And there are people whose life in the stadium is counting on you. It's counting on you because you are the hero and they are just the civilians which you are meant to protect with your life, right? Counting on you to get back up. Oh, this is so sad. This is so sad. Then there was this baby, this young child that says, "Gambare, Movement Rider." It means keep going or something. You can do it. Wow, that's so sad. And then they made some music, right? Some super inspirational music, which makes everybody cry. To be honest, it makes everybody cry. And you don't cry at that scene, you're heartless. Okay. And then he got back up. Where he knew he did have the chance. He had as much of a chance as any other civilian in the shelter. Because he is a guy. At the end of the day, he is just a regular guy. But he became a hero and ride a bicycle, basically. He did some last tackle. It did not work. And the Deep Sea King was gonna kill him. With his last attack because he's tired of playing with his food, basically. And Saitama went in and one punched that Deep Sea King and saved Movement Rider with everybody else. Amazing. So tell me, Gojo, will Gojo go there and do the same thing as Movement Rider? Let me tell you, Sang Jin-woo would, even Saitama would. Even Saitama, because if you see his backstory, he did the same thing for the Chin guy, the Chin kid. He fought the lobster man, right? With his no power when he was powerless. All of them would. But have you seen Gojo do the same thing? Would he put his life on the line? So let me think. Did he put his life on the line at any point in the story? No, he did not. Even in his backstory, right? When he was a teenager with Geto, he was fighting some guy, right? Fighting the no, he was fighting Geto, is it? No, he was fighting. Anyway, the guy whoever the guy is, the buff guy with a giant sword. That's why he was fighting. He's not fighting him to save Ghetto, right? That's his friend. Ghetto. And the other person, the other girl. Right? He's not doing it. He's doing it because he wanna beat him. He wanna beat him. And he don't think he can lose. And he's the strongest. Basically. So yeah. This is why Sakuna is better. Why is Sakuna better? I don't know. But at least that guy, right? Sakuna is like super all in on strength, right? And Gojo is not. Let me tell you, Gojo is not. He's not super all in on strength because it's boring. It's boring at the top. And it doesn't go all in. So, Movement Rider. That guy is elite. One of the strongest mentalities of all time. And one of the best characters in One Punch Man. Who's the best character in One Punch Man? Is it Movement Rider? And if it's not, is it Saitama? Can Movement Rider become strong? Like, he has the will, right? He has the will to become... He really has the strong will, right? But can his physical strength keep up with... No, catch up to his mental will? Right. Will Movement Rider ever be strong? Strong enough? That's my question. Or maybe he is already strong enough. He is already strong enough because his strength is the strength of inspiring people, regular people, to do things that they thought they couldn't. Wow, this guy is amazing. This guy is amazing. Movement Rider. Yeah. Amazing. I probably have to end my stream a bit early today, but really went further than yesterday. Right, because my throat is hurting a bit. And if I talk longer, it'll just hurt more, right? I won't recover. Maybe I'll end my stream today. But let's give this one more chance. One more time. Right, I know it's not the full normal hours I stream, right? But let my throat recover. Please. Oh, I should wear my jester hat for the ending. After this, I'll go and rest. Drink some water and rest. My throat. There is. And what else do I do? Wait, is the Norway... It depends on whether the World Cup match is over. Yeah, so if you're a Gojo fan, can you tell me whether Gojo will be Movement Rider in the Deep Seeking fight? Whether he will do it? And if he's... No! If you say he will, right? Can you prove it? Because I can prove that Sang Jin-woo would do the exact same thing. That's why I like Sang Jin-woo a lot, right? Because even when he became super OP, and I don't like super OP protagonists, right? The backstory shows that he is the man... He's the man of extreme dedication, right? Right? Like... If anybody were to be super OP, I'd rather it be Sang Jin-woo, right? Because he been through the worst. The weakest hunter of all mankind. You'll never be strong, Jin-woo. Arise. Wow, the edit. Do you guys see the edit? I keep watching the edit, okay? The edit is like a video, right? That's like 50 seconds long, right? Then there's some video of Sang Jin-woo. Then the starting is... The weakest hunter of all mankind. You will always be the weakest, Jin-woo. Then a lot of things, right? Then he said, arise. I face gods. I face kings. Then he said what? And how did I get so strong? Because I kept going or something. That's what he said, right? Because I never gave up and I kept going. That's his answer. Right. There's Sang Jin-woo. Let me tell you. Okay, who has the most aura in the anime? It's either Escanor, Jin-woo, Gojo. I'm including Gojo because that guy got aura, okay. One Piece don't really have aura, okay. I like all their characters, but they don't have the aura, you know. They walk in the room, Madara. Madara, Escanor, Sang Jin-woo, and Gojo. I'm excluding Sakuna from Aura. Okay, the guy's just scary. It's not Aura. It's just scary how strong he is. Who else got Aura? Let me talk about Aura because I like Aura. Aura in anime. Meruem, but no, not really. Meruem from Hunter x Hunter. And some people say Hunter x Hunter, but the people that say Hunter x Hunter are like elitists. They say Hunter x Hunter, you're a fake fan. I know it's pronounced both ways, right? The real way is to pronounce Hunter x Hunter. And I know it's pronounced, some people pronounce Hunter x Hunter. But don't demean people just because they say Hunter x Hunter. Why would they put X if they don't meant to say it? Okay, so basically, no Miriam. Aura. Frieren, is that Aura? Well, there's only one part of Frieren where she has Aura, and anybody in the anime of Frieren. When she was going to fight Aura the Guillotine, right? But it was not anything of her. It was. Okay. So if you didn't know, right? Frieren, the English name is called Frieren, right? But the Japanese name for the anime is called Soso no Frieren, right? Soso no Frieren, if I'm saying correctly. And if you don't speak Japanese, right, which I don't, okay, I'm trying to learn, right, but I don't, right? You don't even know what it means, right? You do not know what Soso no Frieren means, right? Then, if you watch the English sub, right, so they speak Japanese, the guy that controls blood, right, was fighting Stark and Fern, right? And then Fern was floating, right, when she blasted the guy with some magic. He was floating there and it reminded him of Frieren, right? And he said, the mage that killed more demons than any other mage, right? So we didn't even know Frieren was so powerful, right? She's the one that killed the most demons out of anybody. Then she said, Soso no Frieren. And it means, in the English subtitle, it means Frieren the Slayer. That's her nickname. Her nickname is Frieren the Slayer. And that's the whole anime. The whole anime in Japanese is called Frieren the Slayer. I'm like, okay. So Frieren is like, okay, Aura, not Aura. Sometimes he's joking around, right? So, but that moment, I was like, Frieren, you have so much aura and nobody talks about how much aura you have because you killed the most demons of everybody and your name is Soso no Frieren. Your nickname is Frieren the Slayer? What an amazing name, right? Frieren the Slayer. That's one of the most amazing moments of anime because everything connects, right? It connects to the title of the anime, it connects to the Japanese name, it connects to Frieren the Slayer. Oh, Frieren the Slayer, and he went and slayed Aura the Guillotine. And she didn't slay Aura the Guillotine. She made Aura slay herself. That's crazy. And her whole lineage, right? Her whole lineage of mages. We started with the elf. Who's the elf? Okay, I don't remember her name. The super old elf, right? That taught Frieren's master, which is what's her name? Flam. She taught Flam, right? And Flam like live a human lifespan, right? So not as long as elf lifespan, but she contributed so much to. I just kept going. That's what Sang Jin-woo said. The weakest hunter of all mankind. You'll always be the weakest, Jinwoo. I've slain gods, I've slain king, and if you ask me how I did it, I just kept going. And I just kept going, and I slain this orange. I'm Sang Jin-woo because I have aura. Okay, we're talking about mages, right? And I need to be careful because last time I can't move. My mouse can't move. My mouse is like, maybe I need a new laptop. But this laptop is new, so I'm not gonna upgrade anytime soon. But the reason is because there's 3 ports, 3 USB ports, right? On my laptop, and I'm using all 3 of them. Because one for my mic, one for my camera, and one for my mouse, right? And I use a charger for the charging port. There's only a headphone jack. The headphone jack, there's a, I think, Ethernet port, right? I don't know what's this big one. and there's the micro SD slot, I think. So if I need another port, right? I can't even use it. But I hopefully other models of the MacBook has more ports. Because in the future, who knows? What if I need 2 microphones? Okay. Should I concentrate on this or talk about Freerun the Mage? Okay, I'm gonna do both. So, yes, her whole lineage is crazy. Because it's the elf, then Flam, then Freerun, and after Freerun is Fern. And Fern, if you don't know, is purple haired girl, right? Which basically only does one spell, which is called Zotark. Which is just the basic damaging spell, right? Well, it used to be one of the greatest spells, but it was studied so much that it became basic, right? So Fern, right? You think Fern is not it, right? Well, Fern is it. She has insane mana control. Insane mana control, even better than Freerun. I think, if I'm not wrong, she can hide her mana or detect mana. And she can detect the instability with the old mage mana, right? Not only that, I think her mana control is better than Freerun, and she's faster than Freerun in casting spells, right? She's like the fastest spellcaster ever. Basically. So you think she's just some average kid, right? No. She's mentored by Freerun, and Freerun, as you know, has aura, because so no Freerun. Okay, wait, if Freerun name is Freerun the Slayer, what's Fern name? Fern, I can't think of something cooler than Freerun the Slayer. Yeah. But Fern is like amazing successor to Freerun, right? Because if you just see Freerun in isolation, right? You think nobody can surpass Freerun, right? Nobody can surpass Freerun. And even the elf that talking to Freerun last time, she said nobody can probably know. Yeah, if you're gonna be killed, you're gonna be killed by a human mage. And she thought about Fern, right? Yeah, so that's what I gotta say about that. Let's talk about Stark. Well, Stark is pretty cool, to be honest. Stark is a guy that uses a big axe and he's a warrior, right? Warrior. If you think warriors are very brave, right? Well, Stark is actually very scared, right? Very scared. You think it's the opposite of being brave, right? Being scared. But actually he's not. He's brave because he's brave because he's scared. He's scared of every enemy that he faces, but he still faces them through the scaredness, right? Despite being scared, he still go and fight with them. That is what it means to be brave. To be brave doesn't mean you feel no fear. To be brave means you feel the fear but do it regardless. So Stark, I think I have a lot of respect for Stark too. Yeah. Because the guy trains. He trains. He ain't no overpowered character that just starts off overpowered. No, he's not even that strong, to be honest. I think Freerun and Fern is stronger than him, to be honest. I said it. But Freerun said that in a close combat environment, Stark will kill both of them, right? So it depends how they fight. If they fight in like close distance, if Stark managed to close the distance, all the mages will die. But long range, right? I think the mages are stronger. So it makes the party very well balanced. You have a melee and you have a range, right? 2 ranges, 1 melee. The Stark. Well, Stark, let me tell you, this guy has the opposite of aura. He doesn't have aura. 0 aura points, right? That's why I don't really relate to him a lot, right? Right. But he's very human. He's very human and very likable. So that's what I relate about him. You need aura points, okay? Like Zoro, okay? Nothing happened. Nothing happened and you just gain infinite aura points because you just said nothing happened. That's a hidden joke, okay? If you don't understand what nothing happened means, I'm gonna shake my head and I'm just gonna ask you to type in Zoro and you type in nothing happened on YouTube and then you're gonna watch that. And you're gonna feel what I felt. No, you're not even gonna feel it because you have to watch the anime. You have to watch the leading up to that part. Everything that happened, and it gives the moment more weight. Nothing happened. What do you mean nothing happened? Oh, everything happened. You know what I don't like about Freerun the anime? Let me tell you. So the mage arc exam, right? What is it called? I don't know what it's called, but let's just call it the mage arc exam. The first class mage exam, right? So first class mage is the highest ranking mage of this new categorization, right? And the reason Freerun is not a first class mage because they change every time, right? Because Freerun lives like thousands of years, right? But every hundreds of years, they just change the classification, right? It used to be called Holy Emblem or blah blah blah. So yes, so this time it's called first class mage. It means you're the best mage in town, in the world actually. And there's a lot of people that apply, right? A lot. Denkin and blah blah blah. Even some guy that can clone himself, some lady that likes to cut stuff. All of them apply, right? And throughout the exam, a lot of people dropped out, right? Because they failed it, right? And the last exam was the hardest because they had to face copies of themselves, right? And they have to face, which means they have to face a copy of Freerun, right? So basically, you can't beat Freerun, basically. If you're not Freerun, you can't beat Freerun. And so they're all stuck outside this house, no, this room. Then the copy of Freerun is in this room. And they ended up beating it with Fern and Freerun, double combo, beating Freerun, the copy. So that's what they did. And they passed, right? Everybody passed because they're able to find somebody that they can beat, right? They find a counter to whoever, right? I want to say, it gives less weight because too many people pass. Okay, let me tell you the people, and they failed Freerun from the exam. Because, don't know why. Gut feeling by the examiner. Fail Freerun. Look, Freerun cannot fail this exam. You know why? Because she's the fourth grade mage. She's the 4th grade mage, right? So you're telling me the 4th grade mage can't be a first class mage? What are you talking about? Grade mage, okay, let's talk. Okay, so mages. Level of mages. No level. Beginner level mages. Then you go up to advanced, right? Whatever, advanced level mages. Then you go 3rd class mage, 2nd class mage, 1st class mage, and then grade mage, right? There's only 4 in history. Grade mage is all the way up here. Like you can't even see it, right? Basically, you're not even worthy to judge Freerun whether she can be a first class mage or not, right? And you fail her, that's crazy. That's crazy because she's a better mage than you. I said she's better than the Freerun's master's master. Okay, that's my rant, okay? This is my rant. How can you fail Freerun? The anime is named Freerun. Do not fail Freerun from the mage. Okay, so I kind of like it because Freerun doesn't have this OP plot armor, right? Any other anime that's named Freerun or Naruto that's named Naruto will pass the exam, right? Okay, I know, okay, Naruto didn't pass the blah 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 Chunin the whole life, Jonin or something, even that is okay, Hokage, but he has plot armor, okay. Freerun doesn't have plot armor. If not, he should have passed that, whatever, right? So that kind of makes me like the anime and dislike the anime at the same time, okay. So who should have passed the exam? Let me tell you. Fern definitely should pass, right? Because she's a first class mage. Freerun is out of the scale. She should pass, and not only pass, she's out of the scale. You cannot rank her as a first class mage because she's way above it. So those two, and let me think. The rest fail them. They're not deserving. Yeah, they pass too many people first class mage because you know why? Let me tell you why. Okay, let me tell you. Because Freerun is so strong, right? So strong, right? She carried every one of them, undeserving people, to a lot of things she carried through the test. Like the two girls, right? In the bird test, supposed to capture this bird, right? And the bird is super sensitive to mana, basically. So you're supposed to figure out a way to capture it. And the 2 other girls, right? They don't even deserve to pass, right? Because what did they do? They just argue all day, right? Whatever if they're likable or not likable, I'm not talking about that, whether they're good characters or not. I'm just talking about whether they deserve to pass. No. Because everything that happened because of Freerun, right? Freerun will pass the exam with or without them, right? With or without them, no matter what, Freerun will pass. And there's no way that they will pass without Freerun, which means Freerun carried them. Yeah, so not only that, She broke the holy barrier by herself, which was said to be unbreakable. Right? The fourth great mage. Such aura. It's like the fourth Hokage, but mages terms. And then Fern will be the fifth great mage, right?
No.
Eventually, right? Unless somebody else become the fifth, right? Because Fern can become the fifth. She's strong. She has the potential to become the fifth, right? But cannot just say she's the fifth, right? Because she's not strong enough now. She's not at that level yet, right? And you cannot say somebody has potential, so they'll do it. She has to realize her potential and do it, right? And become like Furion, or better, surpass Furion, right? So those two pass, the rest fail, and there's too many people that are carried out of the exam, which they should fail. Then they passed. Let's give the green hair girl that can cut the stuff, right? Cut anything, right? With her hair. Pass her to those three. You know why? Because there was this first class mage with a super short, right? With super long hair. And her ability is, I don't even remember her ability. But she was fighting the guy. I think her ability is hair. Then the green girl. And she's not a student, right? She's not taking the exam. She's the one that examining the exam. The green haired girl killed her clone, right? So she's strong enough to kill her clone. Pass her. Don't pass the guy that just create clones. That guy's weird, okay? Like, okay, you create clones and cool. You just got passed because the author want you to pass, okay? Not because you did anything great. Okay, now we learn, right? The next one is not the last, so we cannot overjump it. If we overjump it, we jump back down the everything, right? Everything. Oh, please, thank you. At least we didn't do that. Okay, so yeah, that guy don't deserve to be passed. I know Denkin, that guy is an old guy. And then Denkin, the old guy, right? He fought. Who did he fight? I thought he fought the Freeron's team first, right? Right? Then after that, Freeron was like, nah, right? Then she took over and Freeron fought him, right? If I'm not wrong. And then the two girls that Freeron teamed up with, the water girl and the other girl, fought the other guy. And they beat him because the water girl got rain because Freeron broke the barrier. But Denkin fought Freeron, right? If I'm not wrong. You're not at Freeron's level, okay, Denkin. Okay. Why do you fight Freeron? And after the exam, I think. Is it after the exam? Yeah, after the exam, right? One of the first class mage, which was like the first student of the old mage. The old mage, one of the students, and he's super old, right? Because he's a human. He's also old. He fought Freeron, right? He fought Freeron because he wanted to make his master's name known throughout the world, and he wanted to make his master proud of him also. And he fought Freeron. Bro, you fought Freeron? Are you crazy? Are you crazy to fight Freeron? Okay, you want to fight Freeron? Okay, fine. Okay, if you're some demon or something, right, you have to fight Freeron. But you're fighting Freeron for such a dumb reason, and you're fighting so no Freeron, the mage, the slayer. Okay, she should have just like Zotak you from 10,000 different directions and just evaporated you in 0.1 seconds. That's what should have happened, right? But Freeron wouldn't do that, right? She wouldn't do that because she's kind, right? But that's what should have happened, right? I'm fighting you, Freeron. Boom! You died. Evaporated to dust. Okay, that's how strong Freeron is, right? And even if you don't fight Freeron, right? You fight her students, right? Stark and Fern, right? I think they'll still beat you. Tag team. Stark and Fern together. Yeah, so get through Stark and Fern and then try to fight Freeron, you know? Like, you're just jumping too many ladders. You're fighting a great mage, okay? Great mage. Yeah. Great mage, Freeron. Freeron the Slayer. And let me tell you about Freeron, okay? Freeron is exactly what I want to be, right? And not like I want to be a mage, right? Okay, it's cool to be a mage, but that's not my point. My point is, she is one of the Okay, in my opinion, she's the strongest mage, right? She's the strongest mage. I know the other mage, her masters. Some people say she's stronger, right? No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I deny the truth. I'm just gonna believe Freeran is stronger. Okay, she's the strongest mage of all mankind. And if you know her, like if you know her from not know her as in you know her. Like if you are stuck often, right? So you truly know her, right? She's some kind of slacker, you know? She's some kind of slacker that cannot wake up in the morning. They complains about everything. They cries a lot. If some people call her old, like a grandma. What else? To be honest, she can't manage anything. She cannot manage anything. To be honest, Fern is the one taking care of her. Although Fern is technically her student. She's taking care of her, doing her hair. Because Freeran is just so weird. But she's also the strongest, right? Strongest mage, right? Right. But she's also like, if you see it from Fern point of view, just some spoiled brat. Some spoiled brat, but it's your master and it's the strongest in the world. But it's also some spoiled brat. So basically, that's what I want to be. I want to be a jester, basically. I'm a jester, okay. Like, I'm a jester, so at the end of the day, whatever I say is just a troll. Okay, not a troll, but you know, I'm a jester, right? So basically, like Freeran, right? But I got an insane level of work ethic, right? So instead of being the strongest, my work ethic is insane. So that's what, right? But at the end of the day, what do I do with this insane work ethic? I blow out 1,000 balloons for 9 hours straight. That's what I do with the work ethic. So basically, that's what I like about it. Like about Freeran. She's the strongest, but she's like a troller and the strongest at the same time. Because Gojo, right? Okay, is he a troller? Yes, he's a troller, but he's not a troller, right? Because he makes fun of other people, right? You are weak, right? But you say like Omo something, right? Omoi something, right? He call people weak. Yeah, whatever. He troll people, right? But he don't troll himself, basically. You need to troll yourself for me to like you. Like Freeran, she troll herself because she's just a brat. She's just a brat that happens to be strongest and happens to be in the heroes party that killed the Demon King. But at the end of the day, she's a troller. Which is what I like. Who else is a troller but it's actually not half troller and half super strong? Let me think. Well, Zoro is like a full strong, right? Luffy is the troller and strong. Yeah, Luffy too. He's a troller, right? Who does he lose to in the fight? Nobody, right? Nobody except Nami. Nami can beat him in the fight. I mean, not a serious fight, but you know what I mean, right? Like if you do some dumb decision, Nami can like punch his head, and then somehow there will be like some bruise. How does that work? Well, it doesn't. It's a troll, right? He's a troller because he can have fun with Usopp and Chopper, right? The weakest people, and he can take a shark, right? He take a shark and throw it in his aquarium with all his other fish, so he can for fun. And he didn't realize that the shark will eat all the other fish. Then he has nothing to eat. So all these people are trollers, and they're strongest, right? So that's what I like, right? This thing is like, let me just wait here. What else? What else is a troller and the strongest? You can't troll other people. You have to troll yourself, okay? You can't troll other people and say you're a troller. No. You have to troll yourself. So Freeran, Luffy, Bleach, not really, right? Because Ichigo is very serious. Naruto, no. Demon Slayer. Actually, I don't really know much about Demon Slayer, but I don't think so. Even Zenitsu is not. I mean, kind of is, but no. Kind of is, but no. Okay, I'll just say it like that. Kind of is, but no. What else? Troller but serious. Konosuba. Okay, Konosuba. Okay, who? Well, all of them are trollers. All of them are trollers and all of them are strong in their own way. Okay, let's talk about Kazuma, right? The protagonist. He is weak. He's a troller. he's a troller, right? You think, yeah, he just trolls. But the whole team works because of him, right? The whole team without him has 99.9% of the power level, right? But the whole team without him has 0% of the win rate. They won't win anything, although with 99% of the power. His strength is his mind. He can think of weird solutions to stuff, right? Kazuma is a troller and serious. Aqua, if you think about it, she's the ultimate troller of them all, right? She just troll, right? What can she do? Purify water, right? And Kazuma always says she's a useless goddess, right? That's a joke, right? She's a useless goddess because she can do basically nothing well, except she can fight demons super well, right? The undead, right? Because she's a goddess, a real goddess, right? Oh, I didn't make it. Yeah, so she's strong also. Megumin, she's a troller because she can only fire one spell per day. But she's also strongest because she can fire the strongest spell of all mankind. And not only that, she put all her skill points in that strongest spell. So she has the strongest of the strongest spell, which is called Explosion. So yeah, she's a... Then Darkness is well, is she very strong? I guess so. I can't really tell. Very strong, but she's also a troller. Yes, everybody's a troller and everybody's strong in their own way. So that is Konosuba. Same thing with Haikyuu, right? Haikyuu, if you take it in isolation, the protagonist, which is called Hinata, Shoyo, is it Shoyo? Hinata Shoyo. He's a troller, right? He's a troller, he likes to have fun, right? Whatever. And he's short also. He's a short volleyball player, right? He's a troller, basically. But when he's serious, right, he's super strong. He's super strong and he's also a troller. Who else is a troller but is just super strong? Did I miss any trollers that are super strong? One Punch Man too. But yeah, One Punch Man. Saitama is a troller and he's super strong. Because he's not very smart, right? He got like C in his exam, right? In his written test. But his other one got S rank. He ended up as a C class hero or something. Oh, he barely passed the other one. So he's not super strong, but like... Okay, he's super strong, but he's not super smart, right? And he's a troller, right? He's a troller. Right? He's a troller because... You don't understand. He's just relatable and he's a troller, okay? Like... yeah. Who else is troller but super strong? Let me think. I think Mao Mao is also... I think Mao Mao is the opposite. She's like... instead of troller and super strong, she's... I don't know how to explain it. She's like super knowledgeable, but also a troller at the end of the day. So her main thing is trolling, but he just happened to be super smart. From Apothecary Diaries too, right? She like to troll. She like to troll and she's a troller. Yeah, if you're not a troller, why are you so serious? Who else? Let me think. Yeah. Troller. Same thing as like in real life, right? IShowSpeed, right? He's a troller, right? But super popular, super insane work ethic, right? But most people don't really see, right? You don't see the work ethic, right? But it's there, right? It's there. And he kind of hides it, right? He doesn't show that he's super insane work ethic, right? He doesn't like outwardly show, right? He shows through his content, right? He goes to so many countries, back to back. But he's also a troller. Same with Kai Cenat, right? They're all insanely hardworking, right? But they don't show their viewers how much work they put in, right? They just let their work speak for themselves, right? Which is kind of cool, right? but I do, right? I just tell you about all the work that I do and all my challenges, right? I just show you, right? Wow, I can't believe I caught that. I caught that like both directions. Troller but super strong. Troller but super strong. Is there any real life people that are there? Oh, okay, wait. I'm talking about real life people. Mr. Beast, but everybody knows Mr. Beast works hard, right? And he's not a troller. He's not a troller. KSI a bit, but he doesn't throw enough, right? He doesn't throw enough. Who else? Who else is a troller? Troller. I need maybe my future wife has to be a troller too. Has to be a troller just like me, right? Troller. Technoblade also, rest in peace. I don't think he throws. He's not a troller. He is a troller, but he throws other people instead of himself, right? He makes fun of other people, like the Squid Kid and other series. But he has this insane level of psychotic work ethic also. Rest in peace. Who else is a troller? The whole point of being a troller that is super strong at the end of the day is if you're super strong and you're serious, everybody knows you're super strong and you become super strong, okay? If you're a troller and you're serious, it's like people don't know that you're super strong, right? Or if they just know you're outside super strong, they don't know you're a troller. Then it's funny that way, right? But if you know them, like Fern knows Freeran, she just thinks of her as a troller. We occasionally become super strong, right? But 99.9% of the time, she's just trolling being a brat, wasting all her money on whatever Gilmore's. Who else is super strong but a troller? Let me think. One more after this, right? Is this the last one? I think this is the last one. Yes, we made it here after how many streams? And all because I was talking about something and then I just kept talking and I just kept playing. So I know this one, right? You have to do, because I did it luckily the first time, right? Do this one, jump up, right? And hit the bucket. And then with the bucket, you need to swing to some higher point, right? I don't know whether we should stop the stream here or like risk falling, right? See? Hit the bucket. Because are we, like even if we boost, right, and do this, right? Can we swing? How does this work? Like this? Oh my, they're like scared me to a great extent. Because I don't want to curse. Who else is a troller but super strong? Super 爱了的笑容都没你的甜，这么的阳光都没你耀眼，热爱105度的你，滴滴进的人真有水。Who is the troller but super strong? Let me think. Because I'm a troller, right? I'm a troller, but I got a hidden amount of work ethic, right? So like people that disguise themselves as dumb, right? Or like a troller, right? In real life, right? The content creators, I can see through that because I can really see the amount of effort they put in, right? But in the outside, they just act like a fool, right? They want everybody to think they're a fool, right? But I see through it. I see through it because I see how hard they work. Where's the troller? Maybe Baus. Baus is a troller, right? But actually, he put in so much work. But most people don't understand it, right? Or maybe they do. They do because he's challenger in league, right? Try to move, like let the bucket move and then I jump. Or keep the bucket still. Because I can do both, right? But at the end of the day, we have to use the bucket to reach that ledge, right? It's either this, right? Or we can climb the pillar on the left, right? Before all this stuff. The snake. Wait, let me try something. I'm not gonna go down a snake, right? But I just wanna see. I can fit in through this hole. It's big enough for me to jump through. Like accidentally. Why is it like designed that way? Why did I hit it? Should I hit it? Right? Then I don't know. I don't know. I need to be a troller. Trollololololololo. Who else is a troller but actually super strong? Wait, what if I sit on it? I sit on it, right? Then I do a boost. Wait, I'm cooking or something. Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard. Like this, I'm like sliding off. Because it's not a fixed. Oh, I can't even boost. Yeah, I can't boost. Because the bucket will move away with the rope. I don't think I can. I need to do a Tarzan. Wait, if I can do a Tarzan, I should be able to do a boost also. Okay, we can try again. But this time I'm doing a Tarzan. Because we can swing, right, with Tarzan. Swing like... Oh, no. Swing the bucket. If not, we'll just end the stream at the bucket because we finally made it. Finally made it here. After years. Not years, but years. Troller but serious. But super strong. Let me think. Yeah, you need to be a troller in life. If you're too serious, why? Don't be Gojo, be the troller. Ah, please. I'm a troller. Should I try? Like, if the more I try, right, then I can just keep falling back down. Okay, let's check on World Cup then. Since I'm just gonna keep going, right? There's a fly in my room. Oh, they won. Erling Haaland scored another one. I mean, I don't know, my throat is not super pain now, right? So I can keep going. Let's see if is there any chat. Oh, I have a chatter that keep asking me to say his name. I'm not gonna say your name. Nah. Just because you force me to do it, right? Then I'm not gonna do it. But if you didn't do it, right? I'll probably do it. Reverse psychology. Let me think about trolling. And who's a troller that's super strong? Uh, 3:25 a.m. Basically 3:30 a.m. And I'm still at this game. Is it cheating if I play this game off stream just to practice? Okay, yes it is. It is cheating. Because yeah, I just thought about practicing this game, right? Off stream. So I can like actually do the things, right? On stream. But that's cheating. I should just do all my practice on stream. Who's a troller but super strong? Let me think. I just think Freon is the best one. She's just super strong but she's a hidden troller. She's a hidden troller. Right. And I'm very happy that she was designed that way, right? Because the author can design her as like the greatest mage of all mankind. And then just make her like super overpowered and then what is gonna happen? She just conquer the entire world, makes Fern the best mage ever, makes Stark the best warrior ever. But now she's a troller. And then Stark, no, Fern is like making her learn stuff. The other way around. Like, okay, what did Frieren teach Fern after she grew up, right? After she beat the demon that was sealed with, then Zotac beat her, right? Tell me something that Frieren taught Fern after that point, right? Because she taught Fern up to that point, right? And then after that point, Frieren is like, I have nothing more to teach you because I'm a troller, right? I'm a troller and I just teach you everything serious about this world. Everything I knew, I taught you, and now it's time for me to learn how to be a troller. Learn human emotions. So teach me, Fern, although you're my student, you should teach me some stuff. Well, Fern said she learned something, right? She still didn't expect when she beat the clone of Frieren that she can do magic without wands or hand movements or saying something, right? She just used her mind to make magic. And she said, wow, didn't think you can still teach me stuff or something like that. You still amaze me to this day or something like that. Are we really gonna go back the 4 globes? 4 globes of doom. Oh, another one. Should I end my stream? Because we started stream below the orange, right? So below the orange and above the orange are like two different parts of this game, right? There's 2 halves of this game, below orange and above orange. Because if you fail the orange jump, you have to jump all the way back down to the brown part. I think it's brown. Beach ball part, right? Then after that, you have to go the cardboard box, which is the brown part, and go up the stairs to the CCTV. After that, CCTV to multiple chair jumps after CCTV. Then through the chairs, which is not really hard, right? Can't really afford it. To the orange, and then you have to try that jump again. And if you fail, you have to go back there, right? But let's say I fail here. I fail here, right? Where do I go? Back to the envoy and try again, right? Unless if you fail the bucket jump, right, you might fall down, right? But you might. That's the point, right? You might fall down, but you most likely will land on the platform, right? Of the bucket. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna end my stream here. Because it's a good time to end, right? So you can look at me. Can I wear this for the last portion? So, who's a troller? It's actually hiddenly super strong. Because... Is it me? I'm a troller because I wear this jester hat, which is a troll. A troll to wear this jester hat. But actually, I got this insane amount of work ethic, right? Can do challenges. No, I can't. Okay, that's a bad way to phrase it. I can do challenges. No, I force myself with my insane work ethic to complete the challenge. Yeah. So I know it's not my usual stream length, right? Because my throat is still a bit hurt, right? It's still a bit, yeah, something is wrong with my throat. But it's almost healed. Almost healed, and we are almost back there. Wait, I want to try something. Anyways, can I spin this? One more time. One more time. One more time. I can't. It always slips out. Oh. Can I spin this? Can I do this? Other than wearing it, can I like do some tricks with it? Can I do a fidget spinner? Oh, I can do this. Wait, let me show you. Okay, cool. How do I do it though? I think it will spoil this part. And I can't do it anyways. But this one I can do. How about this one? Can I balance it? Balance it like this. Balance it like this. Or like this. Oh, like this works. Like this? This? No, like this. So let's make this microphone wear this. Wait, it looks good. It looks good. That's good. It looks like the Harley Quinn Joker thing. Harley Quinn thing, right? That's what I'm going for, a jester. Right? Because this thing is small, right? It's not as big as my head, right? Which makes these horns look small, right? Yeah, put it here, right? The horns looks very big. Right? It looks more like jester. Not horns. Why am I saying horns? It doesn't look like horns. It looks like protrusion. Protruding protrusion. I say it looks like protruding protrusion, not horns. So yeah, please don't tell me any of my relatives are watching me talk about protruding protrusions, because that's very awkward. And there's no way they're watching me, because what's the chances they are awake at 3:30 a.m.? Didn't you guys like wake up at early in life? Okay, you guys wake up at so late. Okay, before I end the stream, let's just do a few things. Let's just check how many views my 5 shots did from my previous stream, right? Because we just did it just now. A few hundred on YouTube. No, on this one is Instagram. We'll check YouTube last. Few hundred. Can I show you? Boom. Few hundred. Just take my word for it, because it cannot focus. This on Facebook is no, on Instagram is 100 plus, right? On Facebook is like 200 plus, 100 plus, 200 plus, and 300 plus, right? Views. And on TikTok should be the least one, because my TikTok doesn't perform well. So it's 30, yeah, around 30 views on each. But it's just released, right? 3 hours ago. YouTube takes a while. It takes a while to go. Wait, let me see. Around 200, I think. 200. Yeah, 300 actually. 300 on YouTube. But YouTube, right, has the most potential, to be honest. Like, yeah, that's what I would say. So maybe YouTube is the troller. The troller, but super strong, right? Because it trolls, right? It doesn't get views fast, right? It's a troller. You upload it, it gets zeros, right? You can get 0 or you can get millions, right? The troller, but it's super strong. That's why. Okay, name a content creator that doesn't have a YouTube channel. You can't name one, right? Okay, you can name Kaby Lame. No, not Kaby Lame. Wait, Kaby Lame also. You can name Tony LC Science, that guy, right? Okay, you can name TikTokers, but like, okay, that goes against my point. So I'm not gonna allow that argument. But every content creator, right, the main is like has a main YouTube account, right? Because YouTube is the main, right? It's the main. Even if you're a live streamer, okay, YouTube is like the main, right? It's the main, like this. The main. And if you're a live streamer, you branch off to live streaming, but it's here also. TikTokers, YouTube. What else? Whatever else there is. Even if you're like a podcaster, YouTube first. Like, you can go to YouTube to find your stuff. It's just a base. So is YouTube the biggest social media? Actually, I should research that. I feel like YouTube dominates. It just dominates everything. Like, you can measure it by views, right? Like views, maybe TikTokers have more views, but YouTube has more watch hours. I would say watch hours. The biggest social. And if I search the biggest social media and I don't have, how is Facebook the biggest social media? I never use Facebook. How? Like really? Really? I have Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Messenger. But Messenger and WhatsApp is not counted as social medias. It's what you do to talk to your family. Like, you can't post stuff, right? I'm talking about social media as content creators kind of thing. Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, YouTube, TikTok, WeChat, Telegram. So the only one I don't have is WeChat. But no, there's a chat. So I have all. So when I was starting out, right, I was just thinking, right, I was thinking, so YouTube first, right? I started my YouTube account and I had just YouTube first, right? So, and I had Instagram, right, from a long time ago. But, so YouTube was what I wanted to create videos on, right? Before even live streaming, then I started making clips, right? Then I just started, where should I post my clips, right? Then I added TikTok, right? You think of TikToks, you think of short clips. And Instagram, I'm gonna post there too and post on YouTube. Then I just added Facebook, right? Because I just thought, why not Facebook? Why not Facebook? Then I realized it's so big. It's so big, but I don't realize it. Right? And I don't use Facebook. I just upload there, and it's a good thing, right? Because okay, let me show you. So I have four, right? For YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. If you are like a Facebook user, which is not me, right? You probably won't use YouTube and other stuff. Like separate, right? If you're a YouTuber, you don't really use Facebook, right? So if my reach is distinct and diverse, it reaches more people. Yeah. So the same for live streaming, right? I have 3 live streaming platforms. TikTok, not yet. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Yet to decide. But distinct, right? Like the green one, YouTube and Twitch, right? So yeah, it's good to diversify, right? Diversify. The only social media that I choose not to upload on by choice. I can, but I choose not to, is Bilibili and all the Chinese social media, right? Because I'm speaking English, right? And I know you can do that and you just add subtitles, Chinese subtitles for them, right? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not doing that. I decided I'm not gonna upload on Bilibili and WeChat and stuff. Right. Although I'm Chinese from Singapore, but I don't speak Chinese. My Chinese is horrible. That's why. I decided I'm going to go the English speaking route because I speak English and my Chinese is horrible. So I'm doing all the English social media. Yeah, and I know it's quite big, right? Quite big in China, all this kind of stuff. I think, I don't know. I think it's better if you speak Chinese for those, right? Well, I do speak Chinese, but I'm not gonna make content speaking Chinese yet. What else do I want to say? I have a like from my Instagram by KS. K.S. Facebook. Why reacted? Reacted means, what is react on Facebook? Like, how do you react? You know what I mean? Because I thought like if you get a notification, it means a like, right? Because views, you don't get notification. Got notification says react. Oh, before I end the stream, I just want you guys, thank you guys, and any of my relatives that subscribe to my channel today, because we started at 67, right? 67 subscribers, and let me show you. Hocus pocus, please focus. Hocus pocus, please focus. Because it was 73, right? It became 74. Please. Please. I know you can. I know you can do it. Camera, please. I've spent $200 on you. And there's an autofocus function. Please. Because I'm in the background. I'm never going to show you guys. Be able to focus stuff, right? 74 subscribers. So there is 7, right? 7 subscribers just from working hard, I guess. So I just want to thank every one of you, 74 subscribers. Even if you're not subscribed, thank you for viewing this video. Even if you don't give it a like or comment, if you do, great. But just being here, even if you don't watch any of my videos, right? Maybe just watch shorts, maybe just watch videos, maybe just watch live streams, whatever. It doesn't matter. I just want to thank any and everybody that is supporting me. Because I realize there's a lot of people that is supporting me, right? All of you guys that's watching this. And you want me to succeed, right? So it kind of yeah. Remember I said 22 point something, 22.5 in the last 48 hours, and it's been like 3 hours since I showed you that. Then it became 24 in the last 48 hours. And this is 48 hours, so it resets every 48 hours, right? So it just means it's just going crazy. It's just going crazy. Yeah. Thank you everybody and anybody that's supporting me, because I don't know. This, like, I know there are people like my relatives or my parents or my grandparents last time that always supports me, right? Not support in the supporting way. Support as in like cook food for me or buy food, right? Or take care of me, right? Put a roof over my head, that kind of support, right? But not in a supporting like go ahead and become a swimmer and make $0 for 7 years, right? Because they think it's crazy too, right? So not that, oh yeah. But that kind of support, right? But it's different when like so many other people, which I don't know, right, supports me. I don't know how to explain it, right? Because all of them knows me, right? Like been with me since I grew up as a baby, right? Anybody that knows me, and they are there for me. Like we eat dinner together, something like that, right? But it's different. It's different because you don't know me personally. You don't know me. Just see the videos I make, right? All I do is make videos, right? Right. At the end of the day, I make videos, right? Whatever, yeah, even live streams are videos, right? Live videos. And even challenges are videos, right? So audio and video. That's all I do. That's all I do to you guys, right? To you guys, that's all I do. And there's so many people that watch me and want me to succeed, right? If you subscribe to me, I guess that's what it means, right? You want me to succeed, you want me to keep going. So yeah, I don't know what to say, but thank you guys so much. And I'll keep going. I'll keep going until I win. Sing with me, sing. When am I gonna stop this? When am I gonna stop swimming? Well, I already decided. I'm gonna stop swimming when I'm dead. So never. So am I gonna stop making videos when I'm dead? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe, but I won't stop in the next. Well, I'm 24 now, right? So I can guarantee you I won't stop making videos for the next 26 years until I'm 50 years old. Actually, I will just go until I'm dead, to be honest. Why not? It's just fun, right? It's just fun. Like, if you don't enjoy what you do, right? So, it's my guarantee to you watching. I'll make videos until I can't make videos. You know? Because I'm not like, okay, partly I'm doing it to be successful, to create the life I want, right? Monetarily. But at the end of the day, I chose to do it, right? I chose to put so much work into what I'm doing, right? Not because of the money, right? Okay, because of the money half the time. But at the end of the day, I want to do it. I want to do it. If not, I wouldn't do it, right? Because there's so many other ways to make money, like 9 to 5 or starting a business, right? And I didn't choose to do that, right? I chose to do swimming and I chose to do content creation. That's the two things I choose with my life. Because I want to do it. Because I want to do it, right? So it's not really a job to me. I don't see it as a job because I'll do it anyways, right? I'll do it anyways and I do it because I enjoy it. So yeah, I guarantee you I'm gonna do this until I can't do this anymore. Not because by choice. I'm gonna do this until I'm forced to quit this. Because I don't think I'll ever retire from this content creation thing, right? I'm gonna do it. So if you're subscribed to me, yeah, in it for the long run. In it for the long run. Am I gonna be a jester my whole time? Maybe. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Probably will. It's my brand, right? I don't know. Now this looks like horns. Do not say it looks like horns. Wait, this looks like the Cyclops. What am I doing? Am I just trying to drag this out so I can reach 3 hours and 20 minutes and say I reached my goal? But all I'm doing is just yapping. Well, if you didn't know this, I'm gonna blow your mind. All I'd been doing was playing games and yapping. But now I'm just yapping but without the games. Let me show you my calluses again. Because I think I showed you my calluses, right? But let me tell you, my mic, I didn't add the audio, right? I think for that part, I might be wrong. So I was like showing you this, but then I didn't say anything. So what it meant is I work out, right? I work out. That's why there's calluses on my hands, like here. And why is it? It's because I do pull-ups, right? So I grip the bar like this, right? So when you do pull-ups, your whole body weight plus extra weights, right? Because I do weighted pull-up, is on your hand, which makes calluses. And I also do deadlift also, which is like pulling the bar up, right? Which is the same thing but pulling it up, which causes a lot of calluses. Bench press doesn't do much. Squat, no, not really calluses from doing this, right? Because the weight is on your palm. And for squat, you don't hold the weight on your hands. Put it on your back. So yeah, I do those two. That's why there's calluses on my hand, because I work out. Actually, I haven't been working out because I've been sick. So yeah. So now that I explained Calluses, do I even have anything else to say? Maybe I'll just go and chill. Go and chill at home. Well, I'm at home. I'll go and chill and watch Erling Haaland. Haaland, dun, 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 dun. Yeah, okay. I'll just thank you guys so much for watching one more time, and bye bye. And I have to wait a bit longer, right? For Twitch viewers, you can see this. Because YouTube